Douluo, after reading my diary, they started cheating like crazy. Hey, fanfic family. So glad to see you here again to continue this incredible adventure. As always, kindly remember, this story is 100% fiction, so don't go looking for dimensional portals in your closet. All rights to this fantastic novel belong to the original author. We're just your humble narrators of epic tales. Are you enjoying the fanfic? Show it by subscribing to our YouTube channel and dropping us a like. And if you're impatient for more exclusive content, our Patreon is your happy place. Chapter 101. Look at Jiang Zhu. Wait. Liena and Du Yuan were just finding it funny when they realized something was amiss. Yesterday's lucky audience member was named Jiang Zhu, but why is today's diary topic Yu Xiaogang? Oh my god. Could this Jiang Zhu be Yu Xiaogang's new girlfriend? No. Su Chen had already written about Yu Xiaogang. If he had a new girlfriend, Su Chen would naturally complain about him, so this diary topic wasn't that simple. Elsewhere, Xiao Wu and the other two followed Zhao Wuji in pursuit of the human-faced demon spider, perusing the diary contents with curiosity. Why was today's topic Yu Xiaogang? Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu cast a puzzled look at Zhu Zhuqing. Zhu Zhuqing pondered for a moment and said, "I'll analyze this with you when we have time. Keep on going and be careful." The two nodded. Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong frowned slightly when she saw the diary's title. She murmured, "Jiang Zhu, the genius healing spirit master of Lanba Academy. Why did she choose Yu Xiaogang as her subject? Could it be that Liu Erlong wants to know something?" Bibi Dong tapped her scepter gently, lost in thought for a long time. A smile crossed her face as she said, "It seems she's a very clever little girl. Very good. This Pope is very fond of you." As for Yu Xiaogang, Bibi Dong was certain he had no connection to Jiang Zhu, but Jiang Zhu's choice of Yu Xiaogang as her subject wasn't for herself. The biggest gain from writing about Yu Xiaogang was Bibi Dong. This was clearly a favor, and she did it very subtly, avoiding opening up the wounds. Bibi Dong was pleased by this and hoped that other women who possessed a copy of the diary would be more sensible like Jiang Zhu. At this point, Bibi Dong suddenly thought of Liena. "Nana. You're such an ungrateful little bastard. Did you complete the task your teacher gave you? Look at Jiang Zhu, learn from her. When it comes to writing about Yu Xiaogang, simply copying and pasting is clearly not enough. While your lingling is absorbing spirit rings, I'm going to rant about him again, useless scumbag. This really only reflects his character issues. What's really annoying is that he's so good at pretending. Let's just talk about a level 29 loser. Usage is just that, useless. Can you swallow your pride and have a bit of self-awareness? Let me just say one thing. If Tang San wasn't a time traveler, the protagonist, he would have died the first time he hunted for spirit rings. Why? Because Yu Xiaogang is such an idiot. A level 29 loser, he has no self-awareness at all. He leads Tang San on a spirit beast hunt alone, and then they fail every time. I'm literally dying of laughter. In the end, Tang San kills the spirit beast himself. Just tell me, isn't this loser a loser? Liena and Du Yuan nearly burst out laughing at this. Outrageous. Hunting for Tang San's first spirit ring, nearly killing him, this master must be the best in Douluo continent, right? Of course. This isn't just the best in Douluo continent, this is the best in all the universe. Elsewhere, Xiao Wu and the other two, still following Zhao Wuji in pursuit of the human-faced demon spider, glanced at Tang San with a complex expression upon seeing the diary entry. Speaking of recognizing a master, the fact that you, Tang San, could even certify the title of blind Douluo is simply outrageous. Xiao Wu and the other two were also puzzled. This Tang San was also 29 plus 6 years old. Was he blind when he sought a teacher? The three of them had a lot to complain about, but unfortunately, they didn't have the chance. They still had to continue chasing the human-faced demon spider. Blue Tyrant Academy. Jiang Zhu secretly glanced at Liu Erlong, inwardly convinced of the dean. You must be the legendary blind Douluo, right, Yu Xiaogang. How could such a bizarre person exist? Liu Erlong felt uneasy, and after a moment's rest, she didn't know what to say. Yu Xiaogang was indeed arrogant. Perhaps she had been drawn to him back then, drawn to his mysterious confidence. Looking back now, Liu Erlong felt like she was reliving her own youthful Chuanibao. How could she have thought that an uneducated, yellow-haired kid was so cool? The metaphor was apt. Bibi Dong agreed. Yu Zhigang was undoubtedly confident and proud, like a delinquent teenager, whose mysterious confidence made him stand out among the many 3 good students. Jiang Zhu suddenly asked at this time, "Dean, do you think Bibi Dong will appreciate it? I remember Su Chen wrote in his diary that Yu Zhigang was Bibi Dong's first love, and he already had an obsession with Yu Zhigang. Will we do the opposite?" Liu Erlong was obviously stunned when he heard this, and scratched his head with some effort and said, "Let me think about it. I used to be deeply in love with Yu Zhigang, but now I can let it go. That bitch Bibi Dong should be able to do it too, right?" Jiang Zhu's expression was complicated. She looked at Liu Erlong quietly and muttered, "But," Su Chen said that she accepted the inheritance of the Rakshasa god and was invaded by the Rakshasa god's evil thoughts. It is very likely that there is no turning back. This, Liu Erlong's face froze, and she gritted her teeth and said, "If that's the case, then I'll die with you." After seeing so much about Yu Zhigang, if Bibi Dong still can't figure it out, then she can donate not only her eyes, but also her brain. Frankly, I seriously doubt Yu Zhigang. He's never been concerned about breaking through level 30, but rather about gaining some false reputation. A normal person whose spirit mutated, preventing them from breaking through level 30, would have held their breath, diligently researching and trying various methods for 10 years to break through this limitation. But look at what Yu Zhigang did. He read the information on the Blue Tyrant family and the Spirit Hall, synthesized it, and wrote his own list of the 10 greatest spirits, instantly becoming a master. I just want to ask, what the hell does this have to do with whether or not you can break through due to spirit mutation? And Tang San was also completely defeated by Yu Zhigang. Wait a minute, Yilingling's spirit rings are almost completely absorbed. I'll capture another spirit beast for her to absorb, and then I'll write more about how Gangzi defeated that little jerk. Don't go away. More excitement after the commercial break. Su Chen stood up and saw that Yilingling's soul ring had been absorbed. He asked, "How does it feel?" Yilingling smiled and nodded, "Yeah, absorbing 27,000 years of level 70 soul power is easy. It didn't cost me much. We can attract soul beasts next." Su Chen smiled and nodded, saying, "Okay. Then let's stick to the years I mentioned before. Let's be cautious." Hiss. At this moment, the phoenix-tail coxcomb snake's eyes were filled with enthusiasm. While licking Su Chen's legs, it turned its head towards the soul beast's corpse. "Master, I want it, I want it." Chapter 102, With me in the Spirit Hall, no one can be arrogant. Speaking of which, although the Nether Tiger King's soul ring had been absorbed by Yilingling, its body was still a treasure, at least for the phoenix-tailed cockatiel, a great treasure. Su Chen looked at the phoenix-tailed cockatiel with a strange look in his eyes and asked, "Can your tiny body eat this?" The phoenix-tailed cockatiel flung its tongue out in a flurry of eagerness. Although there was a communication gap between the two, Su Chen could tell it wanted it badly. "Here you go. Here you go." Su Chen waved his hand at it, patted it on the head, and finally pointed at the Nether Tiger King. The phoenix-tailed cockatiel was overjoyed and rushed forward, swallowing the Nether Tiger King in one gulp. It got stuck in its throat, but that didn't matter. It was determined. Liena asked hesitantly, "Will our Wonka die of starvation?" Su Chen shook his head and said, "Not likely. After all, soul beasts are similar to humans. Their primary strength lies in soul power. Lingling has already absorbed its soul ring. Since Wonka dared to swallow it, he can confidently digest it. As for the size of the flesh, there's no need to worry about that. Snakes are naturally gifted. If they truly can't digest it, they can spit it out." Su Chen pondered for a moment and said, "Next, we'll need soul beasts over 40,000 years old and over 60,000 years old. Nana, you stay here and protect them while I go deeper. If I'm alone, the immortal grass can lure them for a while longer. I'm also a fast flyer, so even with a large number of soul beasts, I won't be in danger." Liena nodded, "Don't worry, nothing will happen with me around. Just be careful." Su Chen flew deeper. Half an afternoon passed. Everyone waited for Su Chen to return, waiting for him to continue taunting Yu Zhigang. They were also puzzled. Is the commercial break so long? Can you come up with a membership feature? Honestly, everyone is still looking forward to it. After all, Tang San is the protagonist who wants to become a god, so how could he be ruined by Yu Zhigang? Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong was also puzzled. Although she now thinks Yu Zhigang is a waste, Yu Zhigang is still something. He has read so much information, it is impossible for him to make mistakes in selecting troops on paper, right? She was very puzzled and hoped that Su Chen would hurry up. Shrek Academy. In the middle of the night, the sunset was picturesque. Flanders excitedly hugged his friend and said, "Zaya Gang, you are finally here, you Zaya Gang. That guy who is obviously only level 29, but always puts his hands behind his back to pretend to be cool, like a hermit with a zombie face." You Zaya Gang said with a serious face, "If it weren't for Zio-san, I think I still wouldn't come." Flanders patted him on the shoulder and said, "It's been so long, haven't you let it go? Do you want me to notify her?" You Zaya Gang shook his head slightly, turned around with his hands behind his back, looked at the sunset without saying a word. Flanders was also helpless and changed the subject. "Forget it, let's not talk about this. I have something to tell you, and I might as well ask you. We met some very strange people. A young boy has a soul power of more than level 20, but he is very powerful and has cultivated an unknown self-created soul skill. A girl, less than 20 years old, is far superior to me in soul power level. Impossible, absolutely impossible." As soon as these words came out, they were immediately refuted by Uzaya Gang. "I have been observing the continent for many years and have never seen anyone with such talent. You must have been deceived by them," Flanders said with a serious face. "No, the pressure of soul power cannot be deceiving, and they are looking for you by name. Their names are Su Chen, Liena, and there is also a 9-hearted begonia successor. I wonder if you know them." Uzaya Gang shook his head slightly and said, "I have never heard of them, but why are they looking for me? Want to ask me for advice on martial soul knowledge?" Flanders said with an annoyed look. "Speaking of this, I'm full of anger. These guys bullied us students twice. Even your disciple, Tang San, was severely bullied by them. We all left the academy later, and only then did we get 2 days of peace from them." "Oh, right. They claim to be from the Spirit Hall, so do you think she sent them to find you?" "Spirit Hall?" Uzaya Gang sneered at this, and his mind immediately shifted to Bibi Dong. She came to Shrek to deliberately bully others, and specifically asked for him. It must have been that woman's idea. She still couldn't forget him. "No problem," Uzaya Gang pondered for a moment, then said calmly, "With me here, the Spirit Hall people can't act so arrogantly. When they come again, I'll help you get justice." As the Spirit Hall Pope's first love, holding the Pope's order given by Tang Hao, Uzaya Gang might have been intimidated if he didn't know their origins, but the mention of the Spirit Hall. Uzaya Gang stood upright. "Everyone, kneel down." Speaking of which, it lasted until midnight. Su Chen returned from the forest, dragging 2 enormous soul beasts, a 40,000-year-old demon-armored snake king and a 60,000-year-old savage bear overlord. "Oh my god," Liena and the other 2 exclaimed in shock. "You actually caught 2 at once. No wonder you came back so late. We were just worried about you." Diary, recording the wonderful time travel experience. Rewards. Congratulations to the host for receiving the reward. All soul rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to the host for receiving the random reward. Soul power increased by 1 level. Level 28. Su Chen glanced at the rewards and shook his head helplessly. 2 of the soul beasts I lured were suitable. It took quite a while for me to catch them both at once. Before returning, Su Chen even changed his clothes. Otherwise, returning in tatters would have made them even more worried. "First, absorb this 40,000-year-old spirit ring, then rest for half the night. Tomorrow, when you're feeling better, absorb the 60,000-year-old spirit ring." Yi Lingling listened to Su Chen's words and nodded firmly. She drew her longsword, infused it with soul power, killed the stunned demon-armored snake king, and began absorbing the spirit rings. Instance rewards. Congratulations to Bibi Dong for having the most names mentioned in the diary. Reward, increase the age of all spirit rings by 1,000 years. Congratulations to Liu Erlong for having her name randomly selected in the diary. Reward, increase your soul power by 1 level. Congratulations to Jiang Zhu for being the lucky viewer who can customize a diary theme once. Liena and Du Yuan saw the diary rewards, and many questions arose in their minds. The first reward was Bibi Dong, the most mentioned name. The second reward was Liu Erlong, whose name also appeared frequently when writing about Uzaya Gang. But the third reward was a little off. Just like Ho Wu, who didn't receive a reward on the first day, only to be the lucky viewer again on the second day. Chapter 103 Extremely Vicious. Elsewhere, Xiao Wu, Zhu Zhuqing, and Ning Rongrong, resting after a day of travel, were equally curious when they saw the diary rewards. Zhuqing, why do I feel something's off? Me too. Zhu Zhuqing glanced at the two of them. It was obvious. Even Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu felt something was off, so the lucky audience member's reward must be something truly off. Zhu Zhuqing pondered, let's analyze it this way. Have you noticed? Generally speaking, those who receive the first reward have a harder time getting the second. Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu nodded vigorously. Zhu Zhuqing continued, let's use an analogy. Everyone has about the same amount of luck. After receiving the first reward, that luck diminishes somewhat. Therefore, even if a name appears many times, it's still very difficult to get the second random name reward. Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu pondered for a moment, then nodded again. Zhu Zhuqing said, since luck can decrease, it can also increase. For example, if the lucky audience member did not get the reward, her luck will be much better than others. Xiao Wu muttered, I remember Ho Wu last time. She didn't seem to get the first reward, but she got the second reward. The next day it was her turn again. Ning Rongrong suddenly remembered and said, it seems to be the same as Zhuqing said. Qian Renxue never got the first reward, but she was very lucky. After getting the first reward, the luck will decrease. The second reward may also decrease, but not much. Zhu Zhuqing nodded slightly and analyzed, it is likely to be like this. After all, luck is something that no one can predict. It is also possible that Jiangsu is just lucky, Xiao Wu said helplessly, it always depends on other people's luck. When can we get pregnant? Ning Rongrong also shook her head helplessly, muttering, when will it be our turn? Look at what Liena said. Zhuqing, when are we going to ask Liena how to get that level 30 soul power? Zhu Zhuqing said with a bit of a smile, just think about it. This secret would never be revealed unless you joined the spirit hall and sided with Liena, right? Today's Jiangsu chose Yu Zhigang as her theme to curry favor with Bibi Dong. Huh? Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong asked, bewildered. To curry favor with Bibi Dong, then is Jiangsu a spirit hall member? Zhu Zhuqing shook her head. No, if she were a spirit hall member, Bibi Dong wouldn't care about this small reward right now. She'd definitely want to ask about Tang San. So Jiangsu is simply trying to curry favor with Bibi Dong. This? Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong were dismayed. And it had to be Bibi Dong, the spirit hall's pope. She didn't have to do anything to receive the reward. Of course, there was nothing anyone could do about this. Bibi Dong was currently at the pinnacle of the continent, both in terms of power and influence. It would be easy for Bibi Dong to kill anyone she wanted. Zhu Zhuqing also sighed heavily and said, maybe, if we get a reward next time, we must give it to Bibi Dong. When Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu heard this, they were furious. Why? We don't need to please that bad woman. We've only received a reward once ourselves, and we're giving it to her. The Seven Treasures glazed tile sect isn't afraid of her. Zhu Zhuqing glanced at her elder and younger sisters, her face filled with resignation. If Xiao Wu was Bibi Dong, would you want to kill everyone who possessed the diary copy and claim the diary copy reward for yourself? If Rongrong were Bibi Dong, wouldn't you be afraid that others, like Liena, would obtain rewards from the diary copy and thus surpass you and threaten you? We're unlucky right now. If we were lucky, like Liena, we'd have only two outcomes, either join the spirit hall or die, and the choice would have to be made immediately. Don't even mention you're the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect. Even if you're the leader of the Haoshan sect, Bibi Dong could bring people to kill you personally. Never underestimate the ruthlessness of those in power. Zhu Zhuqing felt exhausted. She truly had to be both a father and a mother, with both breasts and brains. Her two sisters were not only extremely vicious, but also had small breasts and no brains. Of course, they couldn't say he was brainless. Ning Rongrong had been spoiled since childhood, and she didn't need to think about anything. Xiao Wu might as well not mention it. Xiao Wu shrank back, not daring to speak. Ning Rongrong said in disbelief, is it really that terrible? It is. Zhu Zhuqing nodded heavily. Born into the Zhu family, she was particularly familiar with the power struggles involved, having been caught up in them since birth. Brainless, unable to fight? Death? What was even more outrageous was that Tang San, with everyone's help, had successfully killed the human-faced demon spider that evening and even obtained an external spirit bone. Dai Mubei and the others simply assumed that all this was due to Zhao Wuji's lies, but Zhu Zhuqing and the other two knew full well that this was the so-called protagonist, right? Or perhaps, according to what Su Chen had said before, Tang San was the chosen one of the Ashura god and the sea god, and he had divine help in his secrets. Of course, They had no way of verifying this. They would have to wait for Su Chen to see it and complain about it in his diary before they could understand what was going on. Spirit Hall. After obtaining the spirit rings, Bibi Dong was filled with joy. Excellent. She had successfully obtained a 1,000-year bonus for all her spirit rings. As a twin spirit, she simply wanted to say, everyone here is my younger sister. Even if I give you the same reward, I have twin spirits. Of course. This was all thanks to the diary copy. If Bibi Dong were in her previous state, she might have killed someone just by seeing her secret. Not to mention sharing a diary with her. What a level. The same Su Chen diary that I, the Spirit Hall Pope, Bibi Dong, read? I'll smash it all when I leave. Blue Domination Academy. Liu Erlong called Jiangsu again and said seriously, little Jiangsu, just take the next reward yourself. I called you now because I suddenly thought of a decision. I want to take you to hunt soul beasts. Let's set off to Sunset Forest now to hunt the third soul ring for you. In this way, after you get the reward tomorrow, you can get an increase of 3 soul rings. Ah, Jiangsu said in surprise. Dean, it's the middle of the night now. Should we do this? Besides, hunting soul rings also depends on luck. Liu Erlong said unhappily. What kind of luck is that? Even if you hunt a 1,000-year soul ring now, it will be 2,000 years with a bonus. So we just need to choose the right skills. It can be done in one day. Let's go. Liu Erlong was a man of great impetuosity. He would just pull Jiangsu away when he thought of something. Chapter 104, Practicing Soul Fusion Techniques with Du Guyan. Start out Great Forest. Su Chen watched Lingling absorb the spirit ring and was about to continue blasting Yu Zia Gang. When I write about Yu Zia Gang, I really can't help it. Even though yesterday is over, I still want to continue writing. Su Chen, who Liena suddenly called out, you're so tired hunting spirit beasts today. Now I'll watch over you. Go to the tent and have a good rest. Oh. Su Chen's diary was interrupted. He looked at Liena and said, it doesn't matter whether I go or not. Liena said gently, go. You definitely haven't had a good rest since you came to the starred out Great Forest. You need to rest well after hunting soul beasts continuously today. Lingling should be finished absorbing it soon. The two of us will keep watch together later. You are the pillar of our family. Su Chen nodded slightly and instructed, thank you for your hard work. Remember, there's no rush for Lingling to finish absorbing it. Let her have a good rest too. You must also pay attention to the other 60,000-year-old soul beast. Don't let it die. Liena nodded heavily, watched Su Chen walk into the tent, hugged Du Guyan and said, swallow, it's up to you from now on. Du Guyan blushed with shame, lowered her head, not knowing what to say or do. Liena looked at Du Guyan and said, haven't you decided and are ready? Du Guyan nodded. Liena thought for a moment and then said, I have one thing to tell you. Remember to bite him later. The rest is fine, Du Guyan. Speaking of which, it was already quite a stretch for the women who owned the diary copies to stay up until this late hour to see their rewards. Who could have imagined? Just as they were about to check on Su Chen, wondering why he was still writing all night and blasting Yu Zia Gang, he suddenly went cold turkey. Everyone was completely bewildered. Where have you been? You said you'd keep writing, and here you are. Don't you know staying up late is bad for your skin? Su Chen, you bastard, how did you learn to stand up? We really want to see how Yu Zia Gang messes with Tang San. Inside the tent, Su Chen was indeed lying down to rest. He wasn't seriously ill, but resting would be refreshing. Just then, a figure quietly slipped in and sat down beside him. This made Su Chen's heart tighten. Liena? Impossible. This little fox needs to keep watch. Lingling? Impossible. The little girl probably hadn't absorbed all her spirit rings yet, so it must be Du Guyan. Swallow, Du Guyan responded softly, listening to Su Chen's voice. Su Chen stood up and sat beside him. On a quiet night in a tent, they could hear each other's heartbeats. Du Guyan's heartbeat was racing. Su Chen, I've made up my mind. I want to be your third girlfriend, your wife, just like Sister Nana and Lingling. Su Chen's heartbeat began to accelerate after hearing this. He reached out and touched Du Guyan's cheek, saying softly, once you've made your decision, don't regret it, no regrets. Du Guyan gritted her teeth and pushed Su Chen to the ground, instantly regaining her composure. Su Chen's heart tightened. What the hell? I haven't even started bullying you yet, and you're already trying to bully me? A mere green phosphorus snake spirit actually wants to compete with my Kunpeng spirit? Where does the nerve come from? What is she doing? What is she doing? Who taught her to do this? She actually caught hold of Su Chen's weakness in just 3 moves and successfully devoured him. It's over. There must be a traitor on my side. Someone must have exposed my secret. Otherwise, how could she have caught hold of Su Chen's weakness and devoured him in this first fight with Du Yan? Liena, Yi Lingling. Those two, congratulations to Du Yan, you have triggered the hidden mission reward and received soul power increased by 10 levels. Congratulations to Du Yan, you have triggered the hidden mission reward and received soul power increased by 10 levels. Outside, Liena saw the diary copy prompt and a strange smile appeared on her face. Yanzi, this girl. She seems to have no ability to act at all, but I didn't expect her to catch hold of Su Chen's weakness so quickly and successfully devour him, obtaining the second mission reward. As expected. This girl is naturally wild. Sister Nana, I've successfully absorbed my 6th spirit ring. Yi Lingling happily ran over after absorbing it, asking, where are Su Chen and Yanzi? SHH, Liena gestured to silence her, raising an eyebrow at her. A strange expression crossed Yi Lingling's face as she asked, so they're trying to cultivate the spirit fusion technique. Liena nodded firmly. At this moment, they'd been waiting to see Su Chen write about how Yu Zhigang had tormented Tang San, but before they could even get to see him, they heard the devastating news that Du Yan had received 2 mission rewards. They were practically paralyzed. Isn't that right? Su Chen stood us all up, and now you're letting Du Yan goad us? Damn you. We stayed up late at night, just to be curious about how Yu Zhigang had tormented Tang San, and now you're showing us this? Are you being polite? Prince's mansion. Qian Renxue was completely stunned. It was over, it was over. After Yi Lingling received her reward, Du Yan received another reward. This was a slap in the face to her level 20 innate spirit power. Du Yan should be level 40, so she is already level 60 now. She will get another reward soon, right? This will directly surpass her and become level 70. Qian Renxue's mentality could not hold back. At the same time, the 3 sisters of Taoyuan, Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong, and Zhu Zhuqing were also completely dumbfounded. What the hell? Didn't we agree to see how Yu Zhigang would mess with Tang San? What are you showing us now? Du Yan received 2 mission rewards. This is crazy. Is this going to really provoke us? Ning Rongrong pouted and said, damn Liena, damn Yi Lingling, damn Du Yan. Xiao Wu also said with a depressed look, the 3 of them are really despicable. They upgrade so quickly, and with Su Chen protecting them, even getting spirit rings is so easy. While complaining, the 2 looked at Zhu Zhuqing and asked, Zhuqing, we really have no way. Do you know what these tasks are? Are we really out of luck for these rewards? Zhu Zhuqing said helplessly, what else can we do? If we ask, they definitely won't tell us. But we don't have the chance to contact Su Chen to try to find them. How can we have a chance? Zhu Zhuqing envied more than anyone else. She was the one who most urgently wanted to gain strength. The smarter she was, the greater the pressure inside. Chapter 105, Snake Demon, I need you to help me practice. At this time, Su Chen was devoured by the green phosphorus snake for a long time. Finally, he found an opportunity, turned over and subdued the green phosphorus snake, and shouted, Snake Demon, I need you to help me practice. Du Yan, hiss, what's wrong with your martial soul? Su Chen interrupted directly, didn't I tell you before that my martial soul, Kunpeng, has evolved and become very large? Congratulations to Du Yan, you have triggered the hidden mission reward and obtained soul power increased by 10 levels. Du Yan was silent for a moment and said, wait a minute, my martial soul, the green phosphorus snake, is of a very different grade from your martial soul, Kunpeng. If you practice martial soul fusion skills, you must let them get familiar with each other for a while. Yes, Su Chen released other soul skills with both hands, and said, of course, my martial soul, Kunpeng, is very spiritual. Once your martial soul, the green phosphorus snake, adapts, we will start practicing martial soul fusion skills. Before that, I can use some soul skills first, so that you can understand and adapt to my martial soul as soon as possible. Yes, Du Yan responded softly. After seeing Su Chen's soul skills, he was instantly tired and gasping for breath. Practice martial soul fusion skills. Kunpeng martial soul fusion skills scare snakes into the grass. Green phosphorus snake martial soul fusion skills sew stitches in the snake's mouth. Kunpeng martial soul fusion skills flying bird scare snakes. Green phosphorus snake martial soul fusion skills pen strokes like dragons and snakes. Kunpeng martial soul fusion skills once bitten by a snake. 10 years of fear of the well rope. Outside. Yi Lingling said with worry on her face, Sister Nana, do you think the snake will die of overeating? Liena said unhappily, what nonsense are you talking about? If the snake is overeating, don't we too still have it, huh? Yi Lingling said in confusion, what does this have to do with us? We don't eat soul beasts. How can we help if the snake is overeating? What did you say? Liena was confused when she heard it. She followed Yi Lingling's gaze and saw that the phoenix tail coxcomb snake swallowed another soul beast whose soul ring Yi Lingling had absorbed. Huh? Liena pinched Yi Lingling in annoyance. So you were talking about Wanke, Yi Lingling said speechlessly. If I don't talk about Wanke, what else can I say? Oh my god. Sister Nana, you didn't think I was talking about Yanzi, did you? Liena curled her lips and said, what else? Hey, you have a point. Isn't Wanke a little too greedy? I think it looks pretty good. Maybe it can really follow us as a mount. But at the rate it eats now, if it swallows the corpse of a 60,000-year-old soul beast tomorrow, it might die of stuffing, Yi Lingling said in some confusion. What should we do then? Liena scratched her ears and muttered, if you ask me, just stuff it to death. It makes such a loud noise while eating. It doesn't seem to care about our feelings at all. Phoenix tail coxcomb snake? Oh. Yi Lingling looked at Liena with a complicated expression. Sister. Can't we be serious? Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong's expression suddenly became complicated when she saw the diary copy prompt. Du Yan. This is another one who took a shortcut. This reward is a direct increase of 30 levels. How enviable. Nana. The teacher has been waiting for a long time. When will you come back and take the teacher to get the reward? You little ungrateful bastard, don't forget the teacher. Bibi Dong was very angry at the thought. She kicked the quilt away with one foot, and the spring scenery in the courtyard could not be contained. A pair of beautiful legs appeared. The branch hall of the Wuhan Hall in Soto City. Ho Wu clenched her fists at this moment and said indignantly, damn Su Chen, damn Du Guyan, we agreed to continue writing about you Gang. I stayed up late at night waiting to see it, but I didn't expect them to show us this. I'm so angry. Aunt Ling Yuan, I also want the 30th level of soul power. Ling Yuan hugged Ho Wu's slender waist and comforted her. Listen to your sister, the water here is too deep, you are still young and can't grasp it, let your sister do it, huh? Ho Wu said with a puzzled look. Aunt Ling Yuan, do you know a way to obtain the 30th level of soul power? Ling Yuan laughed and said, I probably know, but the young master didn't tell me in detail. I need to ask Nana later. Oh, Aunt Ling Yuan, tell me quickly, tell me quickly. Ho Wu was also excited all of a sudden, hugging Ling Yuan and acting like a spoiled child, rubbing her. Oh you silly girl, Ling Yuan said angrily, stop messing around with me. I just told you the water's too deep here, and you're still young and can't handle it. I've got to do it, HMPH. Ho Wu sat up angrily, pouting and falling silent. Ling Yuan couldn't help but tremble. She whispered, wait until I find out the depth, and then I'll tell you. Okay, it's a deal. The next day, Su Chen woke up and walked out of the tent. Seeing Yi Lingling already absorbing her 7th spirit ring, he pondered. Diary rewards are all divinely bestowed spirit rings, so they don't increase spirit power. But if Yi Lingling absorbs Spirit Beast's spirit rings, her spirit power will skyrocket. This wave could probably reach level 75. Heartbreaking. Liena rolled her eyes at Su Chen when she saw him emerge, then got up and went back into the tent. Du Guyan felt someone approaching, and she panicked and said, hey. Why are you here again? Ahem. Liena cleared her throat and teased, it seems that our Yanzi has been bullied badly. After hearing what Liena said, Du Guyan turned around and blushed and said, Sister Nana, you are so annoying. Liena pinched Du Guyan's flushed cheeks and muttered, I don't know who is annoying, but made me itchy all night. Let me tell you something serious. I'll tell you when I go out that you have completed the Divine Inheritance mission, and your soul power has been increased from level 40 to level 70. We can help you hunt for 3 soul rings. Oh, that's right. Du Guyan was instantly very happy when she heard this. I'm level 70. If my grandfather knew, he would be shocked. Haha. Liena curled her lips and explained, the inheritance of the gods has 3 tests. The first test is to find a good man, the second test is to break through level 50, and the third test is to break through level 60. The 3 rewards are raised to level 70 in total. Remember what I said, and don't let it slip when the time comes. Du Yan nodded, and said with some hesitation, Sister Nana, will Su Chen believe it? I feel that if this is set out, no one in the entire continent will believe it. What do you think? Liena said happily. Why do you care whether he believes it or not? Besides, you don't really think that he believes the inheritance of the gods we talked about before, right? Anyway, you don't have to worry so much. Su Chen is not a fool. He must have known what we were hiding. He believed us even without asking. Chapter 106 Women are just accidents, Gangxi is the true love. Outside, Liena ran out of the tent and threw herself into Su Chen's arms, saying seriously, I have good news for you. Yanzi has completed the 3 divine trials in succession, and her spirit power has increased by 30 levels. So, we're going to start helping her hunt spirit rings today. Snap. Upon hearing this, Su Chen slapped Liena's hips. Tell me about the 3 trials, are you kidding me? Even Tang San, the king of cheats, isn't as powerful as you guys. Can't you use your brains a little? You make me look stupid. Liena pouted and kissed him. Now you understand, right, Su Chen? ? Okay, Su Chen, somewhat amused, said, after Ling Ling absorbs her spirit rings, I'll go find a suitable spirit ring for Yanzi. I've got a lot of spirit beasts in mind from yesterday, there's actually one that suits her. A long pause. After Ling Ling absorbed the spirit ring, the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake, which had been guarding her for a long time, twisted its fat body and rushed forward to devour her. Oh my god, Su Chen was stunned. This phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake was truly brave. Aren't you afraid of starving to death? Su Chen, Sister Nana, Ling Ling shouted excitedly, I'm not only a soul sage now, I'm a level 75 soul sage. At this point, Ling Ling burst into tears and sobbed, I've already caught up with my grandmother. She burst into tears in Su Chen's arms, thinking of her father, and sadness suddenly washed over her. Su Chen patted Ling Ling gently and comforted her, everything is fine now. When we return to Wuhan City and see Auntie and Grandma, they'll definitely be happy to see you. Yes, Ling Ling wiped her tears and nodded vigorously. Ling Ling, Du Yan poked her head out of the tent and said seriously, come here quickly, I need your help. Ling Ling trotted into the tent and asked, Yanzi, what do you want me to do? Heal me quickly. My legs are weak and I'm limping. Something's wrong, Du Yan said, blushing. Huh? Ling Ling was stunned. That 9-hearted begonia is for healing, not for restoring soul power, let alone physical strength, Du Yan said angrily. How did you know? Heal me quickly. Are you trying to make me look bad, you bastard? Such a large wound. Helpless. Ling Ling could only release her martial spirit and use her spirit abilities to heal Du Yan. Du Yan was stunned for a long moment. Although she felt like she was being healed, it didn't seem to be working. She muttered, oh, I totally forgot. Ling Ling, you should have tried it the first time, HMPH, Ling Ling glared at her angrily. Just then, Su Chen and Liena walked in and asked, Yanzi, let's stick with Ling Ling's spirit ring age. As for the attributes and spirit skills, let's follow Senior Dugubo's advice and choose poison and group attacks. How about that? Yes, Du Yan nodded firmly. Seeing this, Su Chen looked at Liena and Ling Ling and said, I'll go find a spirit beast for Yanzi. You guys stay safe and keep an eye on the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. 2 flowers bloom, each with its own beauty. Over here, Zhao Wuji and his group rested for the night before hastily leaving the starred-out Great Forest. Zhao Wuji muttered as he walked, if I'd known this was so dangerous, I would have brought Flanders and the others along. Tang San and the others gritted their teeth, hatred in their eyes. It was all that damn Su Chen's fault. They kept running into him everywhere. They really hoped he'd die in the starred-out Great Forest so they could have 2.5 years of happiness. Xiao Wu and the other 2 sighed inwardly. They were wondering how long Ling Ling's spirit ring hunt would take. Would Su Chen go to Shrek next? Oh, yes. Su Chen had always been obsessed with Yu Zhiagang, and he hadn't even met him yet. He was definitely going to Shrek, but he didn't know if Yu Zhiagang was coming. If Yu Zhiagang hadn't come, Su Chen would have been furious. Hadn't he been going to scold Yu Zhiagang last night for messing with Tang San? And there was no sign of him until dawn. Su Chen, oh Su Chen. We couldn't believe you were so unprofessional now. Can you still write your diary properly? It wasn't just Xiao Wu and the other two. The other women who possessed copies of the diary internally complained. Su Chen had finished his diary yesterday afternoon, and yet, by the next morning, he still hadn't updated the content. This made everyone seriously suspect that this guy had died in the starred-out Great Forest. Why don't you come out and tell us how Yu Zhigang tormented Tang San? But Su Chen couldn't answer them. He had gone out early in the morning to hunt soul beasts. Unlike Yu Lingling, Du Yuyan needed specific soul beasts, so the effort was even greater. It wasn't until the afternoon that Su Chen brought back his first soul beast, over 20,000 years old. He then handed it to Du Yuyan and set off again without stopping. Fortunately, Su Chen possessed the immortal grass, allowing him to train all the soul beasts and select from them. A normal search would have taken countless hours. That night, Su Chen captured another soul beast over 40,000 years old, gave it to Du Yuyan to absorb its spirit ring, and then continued his journey. Liena was about to say something when Su Chen soared into the air and disappeared. This, Liena said helplessly, really? There's no need to rush hunting for spirit rings, Yu Lingling explained. I guess he's thinking about finding a suitable spirit beast as soon as possible so he can go back to Shrek to see if Yu Zhigang has arrived. Liena had also realized that Su Chen seemed to just dislike Tang San, but truly loved Yu Zhigang. My diary entry is even later today. I'm so busy finding a spirit beast for Du Guyan, I haven't even had time to drink a sip of water, whatever. The Stardew Great Forest isn't very interesting. I'll finish hunting spirit rings quickly and take Liena, Du Guyan, and Yu Lingling back. Let me see. Sure enough, there's a diary entry for today. Is it about Jiangsu? Long story short, Jiangsu is a healing spirit master trained with great effort by Liu Erlong at Lanba Academy. Her martial spirit is the healing scepter. This Jiangsu's situation is similar to Ho Wu and Meng Yiren's. She's also a minor supporting character. Perhaps because of her minor role, she doesn't even have a romantic interest, which is a bit different from Ho Wu and Meng Yiren. It's hard to say, though. To save the seriously injured Tang San, Jiangsu later transformed herself from a young girl into an old woman, seemingly paying the price with her life. 5 years later, Jiangsu finally recovered. When it comes to healing, Spirit Master Yu Lingling's nine-hearted begonia is truly the best. Not only can she heal groups, but she can also heal with just spirit power. I'm going to stop here with the extra stories. When I catch another spirit beast tonight and have some free time, I'll continue writing about how Yu Zhigang tormented Tang San. Chapter 107 Good Sisters Share Wealth. This? Liena and Yu Lingling looked at the contents of the diary, and their expressions were complicated. We often say that we should leave a way out for others so that we can meet again in the future. Your diary, Su Chen, is really just like you, playing it so realistically. Ho Wu, Meng Yiren, and Jiangsu. Everyone is a girl, and they are proud enough in their own circle. But when it comes to you, they are all small roles, all supporting roles. Even. Can't we be more tactful? Obviously not. Su Chen is very good at scolding people. They have seen it too much. Sunset Forest. After reading the contents of Su Chen's diary, Liu Erlong glanced at Jiangsu, who was absorbing the soul ring, and shook her head helplessly. Girl, you have no story. Fortunately, Su Chen was very busy today and had no time to complain about some mess. Otherwise, you would be like Ho Wu, and even the lucky audience couldn't save you. Liu Erlong glanced at the sky. It was already dark. Then, thinking about Su Chen still searching for soul beasts, he had no time to write in his diary that day. This way, Jiangsu finally got a reward. It wasn't easy. Liu Erlong didn't know whether to laugh or cry. She and Bibi Dong might be called the blind Douluo, but they had a story. With that story, the reward was guaranteed. But for three little girls like Ho Wu, Meng Yiren, and Jiangsu, without any stories, even a lucky audience member would be apprehensive about getting the reward. It was outrageous. Oh, right. Even more outrageous, Su Chen, you've been so busy, and you haven't even forgotten about complaining about Yu Zhigang? Speaking of which, the Shrek group had returned to the small town hotel they'd come from, planning to rest for the night before heading back to the academy tomorrow. They were delighted. Because they hadn't met Su Chen here this time, they felt extra happy and joyful during the days without him. Xiao Wu and the other two sighed helplessly. Another day without any rewards. They can go to bed early tonight. It still has nothing for them to do. Not really. Xiao Wu and the other two thought about it carefully, and they were quite envious of Yu Xiaogang. He could make Su Chen think about him and complain in his busy schedule. How much reward would he get if he had a diary copy? I'm afraid even Liena can't beat him. Fortunately, Yu Xiaogang didn't have a diary copy, otherwise, with the status he held in Su Chen's heart, all the women would have won his heart. At the same time, the women who had diary copies were complaining in their hearts, and they were convinced. Everyone understood that Liena, Yi Lingling, and Du Guyan were only there to continue the family line, and Yu Xiaogang was Su Chen's true love. Everyone realized that the status of Yu Xiaogang in Su Chen's heart was really not something that anyone could replace. Anyone who could have even 1/10 of Yu Xiaogang would definitely get a lot of rewards. Midnight. Ding. Diary. Record the beautiful life of time travel. Rewards distributed. Congratulations to the host for receiving the reward. All spirit rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to the host for receiving the random reward. Soul power increased by 1 level. Level 29. Su Chen only glanced at the reward and continued chasing the spirit beast. He had the last one. After finishing it, he would have Du Guyan absorb it tomorrow, and then he could go home and meet Yu Xiaogang. It's really exciting to think about it. Gangzi. It's been so many chapters and you're finally going to appear. Instance rewards distributed. Congratulations to Jiangzhu, whose name was mentioned the most in the diary, and received the reward. All spirit rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to Ho Wu, whose name was randomly selected in the diary, and received the random reward. Soul power increased by 1 level. Congratulations to Meng Yiren, who became a lucky viewer and can customize the diary theme once. Liena and the other two were waiting for Su Chen to return. Now, seeing the diary instance rewards, their faces turned depressed. Outrageous, what's going on with the rewards in this diary dungeon? Today, all the rewards were given to the 3 supporting sisters. Yi Lingling watched Liena and Du Guyan complain, her face troubled. These rewards are really hard to predict, but I can confirm one thing, Ho Wu seems to have really good luck. Liena and Du Guyan nodded. She'd already been the lucky audience member twice, but Meng Yiren and Jiangzhu's themes had her included each time, and she'd even won a reward. That's what good luck is. Du Guyan asked worriedly, why hasn't Su Chen returned yet? Liena soothed her, don't worry. Lingling's spirit ring is easier to find, but yours requires some requirements, so it's a bit more complicated. Su Chen's quick, so he'll be fine. In the small town hotel, Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong, and Zhu Zhuqing were also despairing. Oh my god, what's wrong with today? 3 awards, and all of them went to the 3 supporting sisters. Zhu Zhuqing muttered, Ho Wu is truly a lucky girl. Liena may have some skills, but Ho Wu relies entirely on luck. Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong nodded vigorously, muttering, besides Ho Wu, I think Jiangzhu and Meng Yiren are also very lucky. They've both been lucky audience members twice. The 3 of us have only been lucky audience members once. It's so hard for us. Zhu Zhuqing looked at her 2 good sisters with a helpless look. Yes. It's so hard for us. In the Soto City Spirit Hall branch, Ho Wu danced excitedly, jumping up and down on the bed. La 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 la, Auntie Ling Yuan, did you see that? That's called love. Bah, that's called luck. Girls who love to laugh are always lucky. Ha ha ha. Ling Yuan was so angry that she wanted to hit someone. What a jerk. This little girl, she is so pregnant that I really want someone to beat her up. Beat her until she cries. That would be satisfying. Humph, just laugh, little girl. When Nanny comes back, let's see how she will deal with you. Ho Wu curled her lips and said, Liena, why should she deal with me? Anyway, I have such a good pregnancy, I am not afraid of her at all. When I draw the kind of special reward that Su Chen said, I will beat them all down. Oh, yes. I want to add one more good sister to my list. I have made up my mind. I want to become sworn sisters with Meng Yiren and Jiangzhu. Good sisters will share wealth and honor. They are all my benefactors, and they always carry me in their diaries. Haha, Ling Yuan said unhappily. Who knows how the 2 of them will scold you behind your back, and you still want to be sisters with them. They can't wait to eat you. The supporting roles have few roles to begin with, and you have to get some screen time every time. Think about their feelings before you speak. What is this? Ho Wu was instantly embarrassed. If that was the case, how could she still be good sisters with these 2? Chapter 108. Wonke has the demeanor of an emperor. Yet, Ling Yuan's guess was absolutely right. At this moment, Meng Yiren, watching Ho Wu snatch another reward from Jiang Zhu, was so eager to release the 8-spider soul bone to stab her. You little bitch are so shameless. However, Meng Yiren thought about Jiang Zhu again. Wasn't she also a little bitch? In the few scenes of Jiang Zhu, not only Ho Wu was added, but she was also brought along. Jiang Zhu must have been devastated. Of course. There was a third reward today. Meng Yiren was also relieved that she could repay Liena's favor first. Wuhan City. The Pope's Palace. After a busy day as Master B, it was another disappointing day. She was very puzzled. Why didn't she get this reward? Logically speaking, as the protagonist of The Time Traveler, Tang San and herself as the main villain should have a lot of roles, but this diary copy clearly didn't give her any face at all. My diary, when will you fight for your own honor? You can't always make me live on other people's charity, can you? I'm the Pope of the Spirit Hall, don't I have any dignity? Early in the morning, Su Chen had just returned, dragging the 60,000-year-old soul beast he had captured. He'd originally thought it would be easy to capture, considering the magical herb had lured it out of its lair. But, soul beasts weren't fools. By the time he'd helped Yu Lingling capture the soul beasts, the older ones had grown smarter, realizing this man was a trap and powerful. So, instead of fighting Su Chen as before, they simply fled upon encountering him. This was something Su Chen had chased all night to capture. Su Chen, Liena and the other two came over. Su Chen said calmly, "We didn't run into any trouble. These soul beasts were too smart and kept running. Swallow, go absorb the spirit rings. Nana and Lingling, keep watch. I'll go get some rest. We'll leave the starred-out Great Forest at noon." The three nodded heavily. Su Chen laid down in the tent and quickly fell asleep. After a day and night of hunting soul beasts, he was truly exhausted and needed a rest. So, everyone waited all morning to see Su Chen and Yu Xia Gang play a trick on Tang San. They suddenly realized that eating a little melon was not easy. At noon, when Su Chen woke up and emerged from the tent, Liena and the other two had already prepared food. He came over to eat barbecue and said, "After we eat and drink, we'll go back." Liena nodded, turned to look at the phoenix-tailed cockatiel, and asked, "What about Wonke, Wonke?" Su Chen turned around and saw that the phoenix-tailed cockatiel had grown and gained weight. Originally only about 7 or 8 meters long, it had grown to 17 or 18 meters. Its body had also grown from the thickness of a bucket to the thickness of a concrete mixer truck, like a small train. This completely stunned Su Chen. Oh my god. Did it devour the entire soul beast's corpse? Liena nodded heavily. Yes, it's grown longer, probably from normal absorption. The weight is from eating too much? Su Chen looked at the crested phoenix-tailed cockatiel, a satisfied snake sprawled on the ground, and muttered, "Wonke has the aura of a beast god. Let's take him with us on our next trip. Not only can he serve as a mount, but every time we hunt soul beasts, we can give him the carcasses. I think he'll have no problem becoming a god or an ancestor in the future." The phoenix-tailed cockatiel, as if hearing something, suddenly looked up and excitedly rushed over. However, it was so full that it just stood up and rolled onto the ground the next second. Not long after, Su Chen and the others lay on the phoenix-tailed cockatiel and began to leave the starred-out Great Forest. Thankfully, the phoenix-tailed cockatiel had wings. Otherwise, with its current state of gluttony, it would be difficult for it to move, let alone ride. Even with 2 large wings, it still can't fly now and can only use them as paddles to slide. Today is another day full of energy. We are finally leaving the starred-out Great Forest. Speaking of which, the harvest on this trip is still very good. Yu Lingling successfully absorbed 3 spirit rings and reached level 75. Du Yan also successfully absorbed 3 spirit rings and reached level 75. As for that little goblin Liena, I will deal with her when I get back. This time, I snatched a phoenix-tail coxcomb snake, but Oscar encountered another one. I am now a little suspicious that the little punk will also encounter a human-faced demon spider with an external spirit bone. If Tang San encounters a human-faced demon spider with an external spirit bone, then Tang San will not be as easy to deal with as imagined. This is either because someone above is taking special care of him, or it is the blessing of the destiny of the heavenly Dao. By the way, is there a heavenly Dao in the Douluo world? Su Chen wrote here and looked at the blue sky. Ouch. Today, I'm going to write about that ungrateful little bastard Liena. I'm continuing to use the secret technique, copy and paste. Huh? Seeing this, Du Yuan and Yu Lingling suddenly sat up and looked at Liena with confusion. Wasn't Meng Yiren the lucky audience member yesterday? Why was Liena the topic today? Liena glanced at them calmly, signaling them not to make a fuss. The two then lay back down, muttering, "Wonke is really quite good. If only Wonke could stay this fat. It would be so comfortable to lie on him while traveling." Su Chen replied calmly, "I would. Phoenix-tailed cocksnakes don't usually live very long. This is mainly because they are weak, non-venomous, and have only one attack method, which is entanglement. They don't eat well, so naturally they don't get any improvement. Now that he's eating so much, he's going to have a big growth spurt. As one of the few people in Douluo continent who owns a mount, I feel like my status has suddenly improved today." We continue writing what we didn't finish yesterday. How did Yu Zhigang mess with Tang San? Seeing this, the women who had copies of the diary were too tired to complain. Su Chen, Su Chen. You really love Yu Zhigang. Liena and the others are just accidents. Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong was also very confused at this moment. Good Nana, the teacher asked you to go undercover and help the teacher get rewards, and you took them all for yourself. You are really an little ungrateful person. At the same time, Bibi Dong was a little worried. Would Tang San get another human-faced demon spider after Su Chen snatched it away from him? If so, it would be too terrible. Bibi Dong knew how difficult it was to attach an external spirit bone. If Tang San could get another one, no matter how you look at it, his luck would be terrifying. In fact, this is normal. As the protagonist of this world, Tang San's own luck is naturally not weak. Fantasy Floor is also fantasy. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 109, Yu Zhiagang's followers crashed at the start. On the way back to Liena Academy. In the carriage, Jiangsu said speechlessly, "This Meng Yiren is so abominable. She stole the footage from me yesterday, and today instead of writing about herself and not letting Wu use her footage, she gave the reward to Liena. Dean, do you think she's trying to please the Spirit Hall?" Liu Erlong rolled her eyes and said, "Probably, although that bitch Bibi Dong is the strongest, Liena is not weak at all. After all, Liena has a huge advantage over Su Chen, and there's nothing Bibi Dong can do about it." "Oh, right. Pleasing Bibi Dong is just one of the reasons. Little girl, if you want to become stronger, you'll eventually have to find a way to get in touch with Su Chen. I've seen that little bastard. He's very handsome and powerful. Little Jiangsu, you and he are still a perfect match." "Oh, Dean, what are you talking about?" Jiangsu blushed and glanced at Liu Erlong. Liu Erlong said angrily, "I'm serious. Why are you blushing? It's just that I'm old now. If I were 10 years younger, I'd take him down." Jiangsu thought for a moment and said seriously, "Dean, I think your age is just right. Men like you, mature and charming, pa." Liu Erlong slapped Jiangsu on the butt. "How dare you tease me?" The conversation went on two separate ways. Shrek couldn't afford a carriage. The three Taoyuan sisters, fleeing back to the academy, also looked at the diary with surprise. Su Chen wasn't sure yet, but they were. Tang San possessed great luck. He truly was the protagonist. Oscar's hunting of the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake could be considered a coincidence, but the human-faced demon spider Tang San encountered also had an external spirit bone that was quite powerful. And then, what puzzled the three was that they had met Meng Yiren before, so why did they give the reward to Liena? Ning Rongrong quickly caught up with Zhu Zhuqing and whispered, "Zhuqing, do you think Meng Yiren is stupid? Why do I find Jiangsu and Meng Yiren so spineless? They're so eager to please the Spirit Hall." Xiao Wu also came over and muttered, "Spineless, Sister Xiao Wu despises them." Zhu Zhuqing's expression was complicated, and she whispered, "You two should be smarter. He who knows the current situation is a hero." As Su Chen wrote in his diary, "From ancient times to the present, every generation has its own talents. Temporary disputes are nothing, it's the one who survives to the end who is the true winner. While you two are trying to be stubborn, they've already made a good impression on the Spirit Hall and earned a get-out-of-death card." Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong pouted, saying nothing and continuing to run faster. Shrek. They didn't want to complain anymore. Too poor. Let's first describe how Tang San became his disciple. Upon meeting Yu Zhigang, Tang San, possessing full innate spirit power, was instantly guessed to have twin spirits. Yu Zhigang had said that blue silvergrass couldn't possibly possess such high innate spirit power. This frightened Tang San, and he labeled Yu Zhigang a mortal enemy, nearly killing him. As I have previously written, Tang San was a 29-year-old assassin before his time travel. He was not only cautious but also ruthless. He would not let go of any threat. Yu Zhigang's revelation of the secret of his twin spirits nearly killed him. Perhaps it was because of this that Tang San, astounded by Yu Zhigang's knowledge, felt such respect that he immediately became his disciple, even saying, once a teacher, always a father. He accepted this useless person as his father. So, let me say this, Yu Zhigang is truly useless, and the principle he believes is nonsense. Tang San's blue silvergrass isn't just any blue silvergrass, but blue silver emperor. It's precisely because of this blue silver emperor that it appears alongside the clear sky hammer. The condition for twin spirits is that both spirits must be of equal quality, allowing them to awaken. Yu Zhigang's followers crashed right from the start. If it were anyone else, this would have been a mistake, but Yu Zhigang is a master. As a master, he knows Douluo. Doesn't he know that Douluo, a venomous serpent king, whose toxins are useless among tidal Douluo, is a bottom-tier existence? As a result, Yu Zhigang tricked Tang San into using a life-boosting blue-silver emperor to control poisons. Not to mention knowing that Tang San has twin spirits, the other being the clear sky hammer, and that the two spirits can't be used simultaneously. The reason he cultivated blue silvergrass early on was to prepare for a higher starting point when he could focus on the clear sky hammer, using it as his primary attacking force. So, when blue silvergrass can't be used simultaneously, isn't that a waste of a spirit? Let's say, given the blue silver emperor's tenacity and life-giving properties, blue silvergrass should be used as a support build, providing healing, status enhancement, and resistance. Not only can it heal itself, but it also boosts its various resistances and amplifies its status. After boosting its status, it can switch to the clear sky hammer to continue hammering. Isn't that insane? This. Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong, and Zhu Zhuqing looked at Tang San, who was diligently training ahead, with a hint of pity in their eyes. Tang San, oh Tang San. Even though you're 29 plus 6, you were a blind Douluo when you became his disciple. Useless. Useless. Su Chen's diary entry was clear, and Xiao Wu and the others could clearly see the pros and cons. While the blue silvergrass seemed to be useful early on, it would be a lifelong regret later on. Whether it was to fully utilize the blue silvergrass's inherent properties or to complement the clear sky hammer, a supportive approach was clearly preferable. Even third uncle had his moments of misjudgment. Life is unpredictable. If Tang San ever understood, would he be furious and beat Yu Zhigang to death? Prince's Mansion. Qian Renxue, reading Su Chen's diary entry, burst out laughing. Ho ha ho ha. We're Tang San. That woman and Liu Erlong both have to call you third brother. Your blind spirit skills are no match for theirs. The result is obvious. Twin martial spirits. Even if Tang San wasn't blue silver emperor, if he used blue silvergrass as a support, his strength in the later stages would definitely be formidable. But controlled type poisonous grass? By the time you use the clear sky hammer, you'll be nothing more than trash thrown into the warehouse. Qian Renxue found it hilarious just thinking about it. Did Yu Zhigang propose the 10 martial spirits? Hadn't he spent his entire life studying them? This is too unreliable. Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong was also stunned for a moment. No? How could Tang San choose to cultivate blue silvergrass into controlled type poisonous grass when he had both blue silvergrass and the clear sky hammer? Didn't he know that you can only use one of the twin spirits? Was he planning to use blue silvergrass to hang someone up first, then use the clear sky hammer to crush him? PFFT, even the aloof Pope Bibi Dong couldn't help but laugh at the thought. Yu Zhigang, it seems you're not only a loser, you're also a hopeless case. Bibi Dong also shook her head secretly. Blind Douluo group chat, new member Tang San. Chapter 110. He who gets the master gets the world. Liu Erlong was completely stunned. So? Perhaps Yu Zhigang hadn't noticed his own spirit had mutated, unaware that his fire dragon had mutated from a blue lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex? Was he a complete loser? Twin spirits. Liu Erlong and the others didn't know much, But they understood Su Chen's point. They couldn't be used together, but they could alternate. In this case, using blue silver grass to support the clear sky hammer, the primary spirit, was simply terrifying. And then being completely crippled by Yu Zhigang? Controlling the poisonous grass was fine, though. Jiangsu felt completely bewildered. She completely understood this. Take her current situation, a healing scepter and a powerful attack scepter. One supporting, the other attacking. Not only was it seamless, but it could also heal and support itself. On the contrary, she had manipulated the healing scepter into poison control. So, when she used the powerful attack scepter, the other spirit was effectively trashed. Here's what I said last time, if Tang San wasn't the protagonist, he wouldn't just be crippled by Yu Zhigang, he'd be killed by him. Tang San's ability to become a god, all of Tang San's achievements, have absolutely nothing to do with Yu Zhigang. The blue-silver grass's early success was entirely due to Tang San's own luck. Taking the immortal grass made it immune to ice and fire. Otherwise, who could his own mother possibly entangle? Suddenly, the faces of the women who read the diary froze. They had suddenly discovered their blind spot. Entanglement by a biological mother? Everyone was stunned for a moment, feeling that Su Chen truly loved to rant. The key point. This was undeniable. Isn't Tang San's mother the blue-silver grass? Entanglement by a biological mother is no problem. And then, Yin, the beautiful silver-haired woman, stood in the dark space, completely dumbfounded. Is that true? Su Chen, when will you stop taunting people? How can you be so taunting? Liena and the other two, how did you know? Speaking of which, although Yin has been in a bad mood recently and is very entangled in the issue of Tang San's identity, but now, Yin can't help but feel a little angry. How can blue-silver grass be a poison control? Let's not talk about the issue of Tang San's identity here. Yu Zhigang is such a piece of shit. Knowing that Tang San has twin martial spirits, why didn't he let blue-silver grass assist a clear sky hammer? Although Bibi Dong is the only one who has successfully cultivated twin martial spirits on the mainland. But everyone can also understand that twin martial spirits cannot be used at the same time. In this way, one assists and the other attacks to play the greatest role. Ordinary people don't understand, but they can still understand it. But, aren't you, Yu Zhigang, a master? Since you are a master specializing in liberal arts, you only have this little knowledge. Isn't this misleading the students? Yin thought about it and became even more angry. Trash. Yu Zhigang is a scumbag. He is simply hateful. He has no strength and is such a waste. How can he have the nerve to accept disciples and mislead the students? I've already mentioned why Yu Zhigang, this scumbag, is so annoying. Besides being weak, incompetent, and irresponsible, ruining Bibi Dong and Li Erlong, he also loves to act pretentiously. His actions clearly show that not only were his 10 martial spirits plagiarized, but they were also riddled with flaws. Yet, he's still so proud of them? This reminds me of Ning Fengzi, who once said, "He who possesses the master possesses the world." How could someone as astute as Ning Fengzi actually say that? Either Yu Zhigang is too good at pretending, or Ning Fengzi was once a member of the blind Douluo group. I'm going to laugh at him for 2.5 years. Meanwhile, Ning Rongrong was also instantly irritated. Damn it! Su Chen, that little scoundrel, actually even criticized his own father? Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing gave Ning Rongrong a strange look. So their uncle was actually a member of the legendary blind Douluo group? How disrespectful. Ning Rongrong's face fell. It's over. Dad, your reputation is ruined. Ning Rongrong had no doubts. Su Chen had said he'd ridiculed her for 2.5 years, and he really could. Frankly speaking, Ning Rongrong was completely baffled. She knew her father well. He was considered a shrewd businessman, but how could he even consider Yu Zhigang? And even say such outrageous things? Whoever possesses the master controls the world. For a moment, all the women who had read the diary couldn't help but want to laugh at Ning Fengzi for 2.5 years. So he was also a member of the blind Douluo group. Ning Fengzi, you're rumored to be a shrewd businessman, but I never thought you'd be this way. Quick! Let's send Yu Zhigang to your 7 treasures glazed tile sect and see if he can teach your disciples to be crippled. That evening, Su Chen, Liena, and the other 2 returned to the small town hotel. Also outside was the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. Despite running all afternoon, it hadn't lost a bit of weight. This startled the surrounding civilians and bewildered the surrounding spirit masters. What kind of spirit beast was this? It was so long, so thick. Su Chen found the petrified innkeeper, took out several hundred gold soul coins, and explained, "This is a special soul beast, my adopted mount. It won't hurt anyone. Find some extra people to help me watch it at night, and don't let any soul masters bother it. If anyone's careless, tell them this soul beast is the mount of a titled Douluo." The innkeeper looked at the nearly 20-meter-long phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake, its body as fat as a carriage, and swallowed hard, saying, "Your Majesty, it really won't eat people, right?" Su Chen nodded, smiling, and said, "How could a soul beast that could harm people follow me out of the starred-out great forest so obediently? Don't worry, while you're watching it, I'll also be keeping an eye on it at night. If it shows any signs of activity, I'll come out. Go prepare the food." The innkeeper nodded heavily and hurriedly began to give orders. He only believed Su Chen's claim that he was a titled Douluo. A titled Douluo subduing a 1,000-year-old soul beast, that was quite acceptable. Shrek Academy. After a day of traveling, everyone finally returned. Catering room, let's go eat first, then have a good sleep. Mo Hongjin led the way. The group followed behind. As soon as Tang San arrived at the cafeteria, he saw a familiar figure and exclaimed in surprise, "Teacher." Yu Xiaogang heard Tang San's voice, turned around, and nodded slightly, saying, "Zio-san, you're back." Tang San walked over quickly, his face slightly excited, and asked, "Teacher, when did you get here?" Yu Xiaogang said calmly, "Teacher, I just arrived today too." "Sit down, Daimyo Bei." Ma Hongjin and Oscar frowned slightly, looking at Yu Xiaogang, who only had a level 29 spirit power. Their faces looked a little grim. Was this the Yu Xiaogang Su Chen was looking for? Chapter 111 Yu Xiaogang's Mysterious Confidence. Damn. Daimyo Bei and the other two asked themselves, they had never had any grudges with Su Chen, so Su Chen bullied them every day. It is really possible that he came to find Yu Xiaogang. And then, this made them feel very unhappy when they saw Yu Xiaogang. Why the hell didn't you come earlier? Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong frowned, looking at Yu Xiaogang with a bit of a strange look in their eyes. That's it? Average looks, 29 level waist, then Bibi Dong and Liu Erlong can really donate their eyes. It should be said. They observed carefully, Yu Xiaogang was really as Su Chen said, with his hands behind his back and a mysterious confidence on his body, which made people feel that he was not simple at first glance. Oh, it's outrageous. Flender noticed a tinge of tension in the atmosphere and hurriedly introduced the two. "This is my good friend, Yu Xiaogang, the wisest of the Golden Triangle, and the master who proposed the 10 core competencies of a martial spirit, a master revered by all in the spirit master world, Xiaogang. Besides your disciples Tang San and Xiao Wu, the others are our Shrek students, Daimyo Bei, Ma Hongjin, Oscar, Zhu Zhuqing, and Ning Rongrong." Yu Xiaogang nodded slightly, feeling quite satisfied. He also sensed that these students looked down on him because of his low spirit power and the fact that he was Tang San's master. Flender's introduction brightened his mood. Daimyo Bei and the other two nodded slightly, but since they were friends of Dean Flender, they didn't say anything. Ning Rongrong snorted disdainfully and pulled Zhu Zhuqing and Xiao Wu to sit aside, feeling deeply annoyed. Yu Xiaogang, this scumbag, was just as Su Chen had said, a master of prudence. If I hadn't gotten to know him beforehand, I'd probably have assumed he was a respectable scholar, even with his low spirit power. Damn it. That's why my dad said the thing that made Su Chen laugh for 2.5 years. Flanders glanced at Ning Rongrong with some displeasure. This little witch really didn't give him any face. "Zhao Wuji, did your soul ring hunting go smoothly this time?" Zhao Wuji slammed the table and said, "Smooth as hell. This soul beast hunt was full of twists and turns. First, we were bullied by that Su Chen you mentioned, and then in the starred-out Great Forest, he stole our soul beasts twice. We also encountered the Titan Ape, the king of the forest, and encountered a beast tide. It's only good luck, otherwise we really wouldn't be able to return." Flanders' heart tightened when he heard this, and he hurriedly said, "Tell me more." For a moment, several people spoke at once, complaining about their bad luck and cursing Su Chen for being too bullying. After enduring for the past few days, they finally felt relieved. Bang! Yu Xiaogang was furious. He slammed his palm on the table and shouted, "Outrageous! These Spirit Hall people are simply going too far. Why should Shrek explain its actions to them? Not to mention that excuse about stealing soul beasts. Who the hell do they think they are? How dare they teach Yu Zhiagang's apprentice how to do things? Don't worry about this matter. If he dares to come again, I will seek justice for you. A few scoundrels are not enough to prove anything. Wang Difa, Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong, and Zhu Zhuqing were stunned. No? Do you want to listen to what you're saying? Daimyu Bei, Ma Hongjin, and Oscar were also completely stunned. Is this master so brave? He's only at level 29 of soul power. How can he really be so brave? Zhao Wuji also glanced at Flanders with a strange expression. Although he had heard stories about this master, wasn't this a bit exaggerated? After all, Su Chen and the others were stronger than the last. How could they give this master any respect? Flanders said calmly, that's alright, since Zhiagang has said so, if they dare come again, Zhiagang will seek justice for you. Flanders had seen that Yu Zhiagang had the Pope's order in his hand today. If he showed it to the Spirit Hall, would he dare to bully Shrek again? Tang San said with joy, Teacher, this couldn't be better. That Su Chen is truly arrogant and domineering. If you have any way, it would be best if you could teach him a lesson. Seeing this, Daimyu Bei and the other two believed Yu Zhiagang and nodded in agreement, saying, Master, we can't let Su Chen go. That bastard not only attacked us, but he even went after your disciple, Tang San. We must vent our anger. That's right, we must teach him a lesson. Doesn't he have a healing spirit, Master? Break his legs, make him say thank you. Xiao Wu and the other two were filled with mixed emotions. You guys. Never mind whether Yu Zhiagang had any tricks up his sleeve. Even if he brought up his ex-girlfriend, Bibi Dong, Su Chen would still slap him on the left and right cheeks. You still want Yu Zhiagang to help you get revenge? This is Douluo continent, where strength is respected. Trash is always trash. Even if he has an ex-girlfriend, so what? His current girlfriend is nothing. Yu Zhiagang was very satisfied. He looked at everyone calmly and said calmly, eat first, then rest well. I'll take care of this. Xiao Wu and the other two looked at each other in silence, hoping that after Su Chen arrived, Yu Zhiagang would still be so calm. Not long after finishing their meal, the group went straight back to rest. After all, they had been running around all day. In the room, Zhu Zhuqing frowned, thinking. Although Yu Zhiagang seems a bit self-assured, I think he's still somewhat reliant. What do you two think? Xiao Wu shook her head. I don't know. Ever since I first met him with Tang San, he's always been very confident. I used to think he was quite formidable. Ning Rongrong curled her lips. Tisk. You two have forgotten that Yu Zhiagang is Bibi Dong's ex-boyfriend. I'm afraid he'll use this identity to suppress Su Chen, right? Zhu Zhuqing nodded slightly, adding, that makes sense, but there's more to it than that. He must have some other tricks up his sleeve. Otherwise, he wouldn't have dared to treat Su Chen with such disregard after hearing everything he's done. Ning Rongrong shook her head. Then I don't know. Anyway, Su Chen's coming soon, either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We'll see then. Actually, Yu Zhiagang wasn't too pretentious this time. After all, the Pope's order was still quite something, even though the person who gave it to him had beaten the previous Pope half to death. Ugh. Yu Zhiagang is truly brave. He must have heard of the feud between the Spirit Hall and the Clear Sky sect. How dare he show off with the Clear Sky sect's Pope's order? At the small town hotel, Su Chen and his three companions once again shared a room. Yilingling and Du Guyam shared a bed, while Liena and Su Chen shared another. They had already practiced spirit fusion techniques with Liena, Yilingling, and Du Guyan. But they couldn't rush into developing a four-person spirit fusion technique. Chapter 112. It's finally our turn. The principle is simple. Nothing is achieved all at once. It requires a little rubbing, then making sure it doesn't slip, and finally, sliding in. Liena and the other two naturally hadn't experienced any rubbing, so they needed to start by practicing the three-person spirit fusion technique. After practicing the three-person spirit fusion technique, they could add another person and perform the four-person spirit fusion technique. Ding. Diary. Recording the wonderful life of time travel. Rewards. Congratulations to the host for receiving the reward. All spirit rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to the host for receiving the random reward. Awakening spirit pill. Huh? Su Chen was momentarily confused when he saw the diary reward. What was that? He took a closer look. Su Chen realized that the awakening spirit pill was used by demons to awaken their spirits. and it wasn't very useful to him. It seemed to be specially prepared for the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. Outrageous. He now realized that this second reward was truly something. It was given out just when needed. Although Su Chen had tamed the crested snake, due to its age, it couldn't communicate properly with it, which could cause problems in human society. Now that he could awaken the crested snake spirit, Su Chen could precisely tell it what it could and couldn't do, thus avoiding some trouble. Su Chen sat up and said, "I'm going out to feed Wonke. Do you want to come with me and see how Wonke grows?" Squeak. Liena and the other two, peeking at the screen, were also guarding their secret reward, just as Su Chen had thought. They were all awake. They all sat up, looking puzzled, and asked, "Feed Wonke, it's the middle of the night, and Wonke has already eaten so much? How much more can he eat? Yes, he won't be able to walk if he eats any more." Su Chen chuckled, "Good. Hurry and get dressed. I need to awaken Wonke's spirit. Isn't it a good opportunity for him to get to know the three mistresses again, awakening?" Liena and the other two were also curious. After getting dressed, they followed Su Chen down the hill and headed for the side. "Greetings, Your Majesty." The waiter who came up to greet him was the one Su Chen had tipped last time. He had followed his boss's instructions and gathered dozens of people around to help guard the phoenix-tailed cockscreeper. Su Chen took out 200 gold soul coins from his pocket and handed them over, saying, "Thank you for your hard work tonight. After we leave tomorrow, take everyone out for a good meal." "Thank you, Your Majesty." The waiter was also excited. This boss was really arrogant, and he was really generous with his tips. Su Chen led Liena and the other two to the phoenix-tailed cockscreeper. The phoenix-tailed cockscreeper, which had been sleeping, suddenly opened its eyes, looking a little unintelligent. Su Chen pulled out the spirit-opening pill from his possession and said, "This is a truly remarkable elixir. Even a 10-year-old soul beast, once its spiritual intelligence is awakened, will sooner or later soar to the skies. Wonke, Wonke, after meeting me, you, who were once supposed to be a soul ring, have become a beast god." As he spoke, Su Chen had already placed the pill in its mouth. It melted in its mouth. The phoenix-tailed cockatiel felt nothing at all. After all, the pill was so small, and it was so large. Suddenly, the phoenix-tailed cockatiel seemed to gain wisdom, its eyes fixed on Su Chen, recalling his words. "My name is Wonke," Liena asked curiously. "It doesn't seem like anything has changed." Yilingling and Duguyan nodded, saying, "Indeed, nothing has changed. It still doesn't look very bright. Has it gained wisdom, huh?" The phoenix-tailed cockatiel suddenly moved, looking at Liena and the others and wagging its tail, as if responding to them. Su Chen said calmly, "How could it not have changed? Wonke can now fully understand us. Wonke, shake your right wing 3 times." The crested snake moved its head as if to nod, and the next moment, it shook its right wing 3 times. Oh my god, Wonke only cultivated for 1,000 years before. Even if he swallowed those soul beasts, he couldn't have absorbed and evolved so quickly, right? So, it's really gotten smarter now. Liena and the other two were also surprised. Su Chen said with satisfaction, "Wonke, shake your left wing 3 times, your right wing 5 times, and finally, your tail once." As Su Chen commanded, the crested snake understood everything and followed suit. Liena and the other two were completely stunned. Amazing, Wonke really understood. It's really gotten smarter, haha, good job, Wonke. The crested snake blinked, indicating that it understood. "Thank you." Seeing this, Su Chen instructed, "Stay here and rest. We'll leave tomorrow morning. Remember not to harm humans. These people are here to protect you." The phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake crouched on the ground, its wings placed on the ground, indicating it understood and would behave itself. Instance rewards. Congratulations to Liena for having the most mentions in the diary. Reward, increase the age of all your spirit rings by 1,000 years. Congratulations to Qian Renxue for having her name randomly selected in the diary. Reward, increase your spirit power by 1 level. Congratulations to Zhu Zhuqing for being the lucky viewer who can customize the diary theme once. Liena and the other two were following Su Chen back to the hotel. Upon seeing the diary instance rewards, a hint of surprise crossed their faces. They'd realized it now. Ho Wu. Qian Renxue. These were pure Kryptonian players. They really were getting the rewards. I remember the last time I wrote about Liena, Qian Renxue had gotten the second reward. Qian Renxue, who had been quiet lately, had unexpectedly snagged this reward again. That's pretty impressive. Elsewhere, at Shrek Academy, the Taoyuan sisters, exhausted from a long day, had already fallen asleep. After all, they hadn't had anything to do yesterday, and the third prize was so hard to come by, they'd given up hope. And now, drowsily, they saw the prize, but didn't take it seriously and went back to sleep. Suddenly, Xiao Wu sat bolt upright in bed. Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong also sat up. The three of them stared at each other, their eyes widening. Wow, it's finally our turn. Woo woo woo. Luck may be late, but it's never absent. Finally, it's our turn, sisters. The three of them instantly became excited, their sleepiness fading. Sisters united, their strength is unbreakable. Ning Rongrong spoke. Zhuqing, what should we ask this time? Xiao Wu looked at Zhu Zhuqing expectantly. Zhu Zhuqing smiled and said, don't worry, this time, let's ask Xiao Wu. We already asked about Rongrong last time. This time, let's see what Xiao Wu's fate will be from now on. Chapter 113. Are you ready, little rabbit? Xiao Wu was also filled with joy, saying, thank you, Zhuqing. Zhu Zhuqing smiled and replied, we three good sisters share the wealth. And if you're writing about you, you'll be rewarded with one more 1,000-year spirit ring than us now that you're level 30. Well, you definitely have more flaws than us, so you'll definitely get your reward tomorrow. Ning Rongrong nodded emphatically. That's right. That's right, I can't wait to see what Xiao Wu's life will be like. Xiao Wu chuckled, but her expression suddenly changed again. She muttered, why do I suddenly have this ominous premonition? Do you think I'll be okay from now on? This? Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong's expressions were also strange. They didn't know much about Su Chen, but they knew a lot about the contents of his diary. True. What a joke. Xiao Wu's premonition was quite accurate, they thought. Would Su Chen scold her for the rest of the day? Ning Rongrong soothed, it's okay. You'll get criticized sooner or later. The sooner you get criticized, the sooner you can get the reward, Zhu Zhuqing, somewhat amused, said, obviously. Rongrong is very good at comforting people, and what she said makes a lot of sense. That's the situation, Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong lay in bed, her eyes revealing a hint of helplessness. Reward. 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 Why didn't she get the reward? What went wrong? Logically, she had surfaced long ago, and she wasn't one of those old people hiding in the shadows, peeking at the screen. She should have been the one to be picked. What went wrong? Bibi Dong couldn't figure it out. Prince's mansion. Qian Renxue was delighted. Liena was worthy of being her good sister. Every time she received a reward, she would bring her along, just like Meng Yiren and Jiang Zhu dancing with fire. The little angel was in a good mood, her beautiful legs tucked under the quilt, and she fell asleep contentedly. The next day. Small town hotel. Du Yuan and Yu Lingling woke listlessly. Liena also rose wearily, though a little exhausted. Her spirits were high. Su Chen dressed and said to the three of them, no more training this morning. Wonka can't run very fast in his current state. Let's hurry back to Soto City. After breakfast, Su Chen and the other three boarded the carriage. The phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake dragged its plump body, exerting its utmost effort to follow closely behind. Previously, the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake had merely been conquered by virtue by Su Chen. Last night, after awakening its spiritual intelligence, it finally understood the immense wealth it had gained. Now, its heart was entirely devoted to Su Chen. Orcs should never be slaves. And Su Chen provided food and lodging, and it no longer had to worry about being eaten by other soul beasts or having its soul rings hunted by humans. This extraordinary wealth was guaranteed for it. In the carriage, Du Yuan and Yu Lingling sat for a short while before leaning against each other and falling asleep. Su Chen asked curiously, so sleepy? Liena pinched Su Chen's waist unhappily. Although she had tried to keep her voice down last night, they were all in the same room after all. Du Yuan and Yu Lingling were bound to be sleepy. Su Chen gently hugged Liena and whispered, little fox, are you blaming me? I clearly said to only go up the layers, not in. You were the one who helped me back up. HMPH. Liena snorted and fell silent. Today is another day full of energy. Next, it's time to return with Liena, Du Yuan, and Yu Lingling. Although I've tamed the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake and awakened its intelligence, it's overfed. I'm afraid it'll delay our journey. I just hope Yu Zhigang has arrived. I've been waiting for him for so many days. If I don't see him again this time, I'll be really angry. I just hope Yu Zhigang has arrived. I've been waiting for him for so many days. If I don't see him again, I'll be really angry. Why are there so few people in this world who tame soul beasts as mounts? Come to think of it, it's probably because everyone places too much importance on spirit rings and bones. Their conflict with soul beasts has reached a point of utter strife, leaving them no chance of survival. Sigh, now that the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake has recognized me as its master, isn't this just as much of a disgrace to soul beasts as Xiao Wu? Oh my? Today's diary entry is unexpectedly about Xiao Wu. This diary understands me. It knows I have a long journey ahead of me today, and I have plenty of time to rant. I love writing about Xiao Wu so much to write about. Liena's face flickered at this, and she suddenly realized something. Su Chen and diary are a perfect match. Although he doesn't usually talk much, he's a playful person at heart, and he loves rants. Liena was also very excited. Judging by Su Chen's aggressive stance, he must be determined to get down to business today. Little bunny, are you ready? Shrek Academy. Cafeteria. Xiao Wu, who was eating, was stunned when she saw this, her face turning bitter. It was over. Su Chen was going to give her a good scolding today. Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong were filled with curiosity. From the previous diary entries, they could understand, Tang San was the male protagonist. Xiao Wu was the female protagonist. Which meant, Xiao Wu not only had a story, but also had a lot of flaws, which made them secretly look forward to it. Zhu Zhuqing held Xiao Wu with one hand and Ning Rongrong with the other, looked at Tang San and the others and said, "The three of us are not feeling well today. When the teacher comes, I will ask for leave for us three." Upon hearing this, Tang San hurriedly looked at Xiao Wu. Seeing that her face looked a little grim, he asked with concern, "Xiao Wu, are you okay?" Xiao Wu shook her head and followed Zhu Zhuqing and the others to the dormitory. Daimyo Bei saw Zhu Zhuqing and the other two leave, frowning with displeasure. These three women are becoming increasingly naive. Xiao San, don't take them too seriously. Tonight, I'll take you out to broaden your horizons. Ma Hongjin perked up upon hearing this and said, "Boss Dai, you must take me with you, good brother, you can't forget me." Ma Hongjin had frequented the bar to relieve his lust, but what was he doing? Could he compare to Daimyo Bei? Not even close. Daimyo Bei was already handsome and well off, so he went out with the most stylish women, like sisters. Ma Hongjin, on the other hand, only had the old ladies from the alley. Of course, old ladies were also the best at cooling his heat. Tang San shook his head slightly and said, "No, Boss Dai, I don't like going to places like that." Daimyo Bei smiled and said, "It's okay, I understand. Fatty was even more timid than you the first time he went out, but you see, he's more experienced than me now. Tonight, I'll take you to become adults, and Oscar too. Don't worry, brothers, I'll pay for everything tonight. Just relax." In the darkness of the void, Xiao Wu's mother, Erao, was filled with tears of excitement. Finally, she could see Xiao Wu's life. Now was the perfect time to sound the alarm and steer her away from a fate of sacrifice. "Su Chen, thank you." Erao knelt in the darkness and kowtowed 3 times. Although she wasn't sure if anyone could see, it was her way of expressing her gratitude. As for the insults, although Erao was a transformed 100,000-year-old soul beast, she knew the old saying, if you're out there, admit your mistakes. If you're beaten, stand at attention. Just do it, don't be afraid of being criticized. Chapter 114, Xiao Wu? Jester Pendant of Tang San. Speaking of Xiao Wu, my assessment is this, Xiao Wu? Jester Pendant for Tang San, who eventually followed him to godhood and became his scabbard. What are pendants? Like jade pendants, sachets, and hair buns. In short, Xiao Wu is a tool. She serves only 2 purposes. 1, a way for Tang San to show off, and the other, a way for his wife to offer sacrifices to the heavens, possessing boundless magical power. If Xiao Wu were just a mere support, I wouldn't say anything, but she's a combat unit. As a combat unit, she can't even take the slightest bit of damage, or else Tang San will go crazy and deliberately cripple his opponent. Let's just say, you can only hurt others, not others? So hypocritical. Go home and cover yourself up in bed. Therefore, this is also Tang Buddha's predence. Oh, I'm off topic now. I've already started rambling about Tang Buddha. Let's get back to rambling about Xiao Wu. Ugh, cross this out, let's get back to Xiao Wu. Liena looked a little embarrassed. What? What's the assessment of a pendant? This little bunny was such a nice person, maybe even a soul beast, but how could he be turned into a pendant? Scabbard. Pretend switch? Liena thought about it and laughed. Why didn't I know about this interesting thing sooner? I must experience it when I go to Shrek next time. Liena stretched out her jade foot and gently hooked Yilingling and Douyin across from her. Of course, you can't forget your good sisters when you have big news to share. Yilingling and Douyin opened their eyes dazedly and looked at Liena with some confusion. Suddenly, they saw the contents of the diary, and they felt even more confused. Pendant? Pretend switch? Should Xiao Wu be a couple with Tang San, Tang San's girlfriend? How could that be? Even if Xiao Wu wasn't with Tang San, she wouldn't be a pendant. Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu was really confused. Good man. Su Chen, are you serious this time? Everyone else, I can accept your calls of me as scumbag, a worthless person, a lovesick idiot, an ungrateful person, or blind Douluo. But why did you give me a pendant? A pretentious switch? Are you saying that since I'm neither human nor soul beast, I'm just a thing? Xiao Wu looked at Zhu Zhuqing and the others and asked, Sisters, are you calling me a thing? Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong also looked at Xiao Wu with embarrassment, muttering, Anyway, no matter whether you're human or soul beast, you're not a thing. Bah, Xiao Wu, we can't answer that question. Meanwhile, the other women who possessed diary copies also put down their work and began to devour the melons intently. A pendant. A pretentious switch. Isn't this much more exciting than some love-brained lickspittle? Su Chen, please update soon. We're finally getting back to the fun of the diary copy today. Let's show us how Xiao Wu became a pendant. Over here. Su Chen pondered this for a moment before continuing his rant. My previous assessment was too simplistic. There are too many flaws to criticize about Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu isn't just Tang San's pendant or tool, she's also a love-brained, silly rabbit, and a disgrace to spirit beasts. Let's get to the point. My name is Xiao Wu, like dancing. Xiao Wu is a 100,000-year-old soft-bone rabbit, and her mother is also a soft-bone rabbit. When her mother was 50,000 years old, she married her father, who is already a 100,000-year-old spirit beast and a proud rabbit. Because Xiao Wu was their fifth child, they named her Xiao Wu, which later became Xiao Wu. When Xiao Wu transformed into human, her mother was hunted by Bibi Dong and her men, and now hangs on Bibi Dong's body. This is Xiao Wu's life story. If she were a normal person, would she then dedicate herself to cultivation, seek revenge on Bibi Dong, and destroy the spirit wall to avenge her grievances? Xiao Wu didn't. Not only did she not work hard on her cultivation, not only did she not remember her mother's hatred, but she was actually with Tang San, having a sweet and affectionate relationship? Okay. Let's just assume that her mother told her to live well and not to seek revenge. But, isn't the purpose of soul beasts cultivating to become gods? What's Xiao Wu doing? She keeps talking about her third brother all the time. Has she ever worked hard on her cultivation? Her level of effort is not even a little bit lower than that of the others. All the times she should be cultivating, her mind is full of third brother. What's even more outrageous is that even though a soul Douluo could recognize her, she still followed Shrek's team into the Heaven Da Royal Academy. If she hadn't been holding an immortal item, she would have died on the spot. Later, she became more and more courageous and even dared to go to the Spirit Hall to participate in the Continental Spirit Master competition. Little bunny, you are really brave. You dare to go to the Spirit Hall where title Douluos are everywhere. What else would you not dare to do? In short, Xiao Wu is capable of anything you think is outrageous. Her motto in life is, unreliable. On the carriage, Liena and the other two froze. Even the two blind Douluos, Bibi Dong and Liena, had never been scolded like this by Su Chen, right? This shows how outrageous this rabbit is. Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu was stunned. No? Oh my god. Su Chen, who are you? You even dug up my father. You even know that I'm the fifth child in the family, which is why I became Xiao Wu. The point is, Toolman pendant isn't enough, you have to add the love-brained stupid rabbit, soul beast shame, waste, and so on. Am I really as good as you say? Woo. Xiao Wu was so angry that she pouted and almost cried. Ning Rongrong comforted her, it's okay, Xiao Wu, just bear with it, it will pass. You have so many stories, who knows, maybe the second reward will be yours too. Xiao Wu, Thank you. Zhu Zhuqing's expression was complicated. Although Su Chen hadn't elaborated, she knew it all matched up. From the moment she first met Xiao Wu, she'd noticed something was amiss with this 100,000-year-old rabbit. At first, she'd thought it was Xiao Wu in disguise, but then she realized she was truly foolish. 100,000 years. How did you manage to cultivate for 100,000 years with your brain? What have you done in those 100,000 years? That year, Xiao Wu, with 100,000 years of cultivation and 6 years of age, met Tang San, who was 29 and 6 years old. They spent 6 years together at Notting Academy, and that marked the beginning of Xiao Wu's outrageous life. I don't know what she was like before she met Tang San, but after meeting him, she went completely crazy and became incredibly lazy. She was clearly a 100,000-year-old soul beast, possessing innate full soul power, yet she only reached level 29 in 6 years. Here, Yu Zhigang had to scold her. There are no useless martial spirits, only useless soul masters, and you are that useless soul master. Tang San had improved so much in 6 years, but look at what he'd done in those 6 years, forging iron to earn money, researching hidden weapons, and learning about martial spirits. Just tell me, isn't Xiao Wu a loser? Besides her cultivation, Xiao Wu is a 100,000-year-old spirit beast transformed. She has no knowledge of spirit beasts, no family background, no natural treasures, and she doesn't even have a brain. Wow, woo woo woo, Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu finally gave up completely and collapsed on the bed, sobbing heartbreakingly. Xiao Wu, you, Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong were both at a loss. Wow woo 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 Zhuqing Rongrong, I'm a loser, I really am a loser, even more of a loser than Yu Zhigang woo woo woo, Xiao Wu cried bitterly. She had no reason to refute what Su Chen had written, because it was all she had done over the past 6 years. She truly was playful and a loser. Chapter 115 Where to buy the same pendant? Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zhuqing also had complicated expressions. Yes, they were legitimately 12 years old, but Xiao Wu, the unit in front of her, was plus 10,000. So even if 100,000 years of cultivation wasn't 100,000 years old, what had she understood after living for so long? Xiao Wu said she was useless, and even though Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong were good sisters, they had to admit that she was right. In the darkness, Aro looked at the contents of Su Chen's diary and couldn't even cry anymore. Her own Xiao Wu had reached this point of stupidity. Is there any hope? This wasn't something that could be solved by looking into the future, this was the fundamental problem. There was no hope. Aro collapsed to the ground, her face filled with despair. This was truly hopeless. In the carriage, Liena and the other two were also at a loss. Isn't it? After all, Xiao Wu said that she was the heroine next to the protagonist Tang San. Was she really that unreliable? Unbelievable. Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong's expression deepened as she read Su Chen's diary. She couldn't even handle such an unreliable little rabbit? She was a loser too. It was outrageous. Xiao Wu. I really overestimated you. I'm truly a loser. Let's continue. 6 years after Notting Academy, Xiao Wu followed Tang San to Shrek Academy. Just because Tang San said, "You are my sister. If anyone hurts you, let them walk over my dead body." From then on, she became completely infatuated and devoted to Tang San. Of course, you could say she's unreliable. But as long as she can make Tang San feel better, as long as he can show off, Xiao Wu will instantly transform from unreliable to reliable. At the Spirit Hall Spirit Master competition, Xiao Wu finally overturned her composure and was discovered by Bibi Dong of the Spirit Hall. It was only through Tang Dachu's emergency rescue that they were saved. Let me add here, silly rabbit. Because of Xiao Wu's stupidity, she had long been targeted by the rats. This means her fate was already sealed. Either she would be Tang San's scabbard or his spirit ring. Tang Hao is Tang Dachu, Mouse, Clear Sky Douluo, and the first-generation Douluo of his deceased wife. After Xiao Wu's identity was exposed, she retreated to the starred out Great Forest. 5 years later, Tang San returned from training and, deliberately stuck at level 59, went to the starred out Great Forest to find her as a pendant. As previously mentioned, Tang San exploited Liena's affections to infiltrate the Spirit Hall's encirclement and rescue Xiao Wu. I'll also add that Xiao Wu is useless. After being rescued by Tang San, despite being at a similar level and a 100,000-year-old spirit beast incarnate, she was led by Tang San the entire time. She had practically lived in the starred-out Great Forest with her mother for tens of thousands of years as the sole beast king of the starred-out Great Forest, and how could she have strayed into the territory of the human-faced demon spider? And so, Xiao Wu finally had the highlight of her life, sacrifice. She officially began to devote herself wholeheartedly to being a pendant and a tool for Tang San. After the sacrifice, when Tang San avenged the man-faced demon spider, Xiao Wu's golden body took the damage. During Tang San's first fight with Qian Renxue, Xiao Wu, donning the god-level armor crafted by Li Gao, helped Tang San take the damage. Later, when God Tang San fought the angel god and the Rakshasa god, Xiao Wu, in her title Douluo form, flew forward and took the god-level damage. She even became Tang San's scabbard and accompanied him to the god realm. When Tang San was vying for power with the god of life and the god of destruction, she suggested striking first. I still say the same thing. As long as it benefits Tang San and allows him to show off, Xiao Wu will immediately become reliable. Not only is she willing to sacrifice herself, she can also bring her 2 minions along with her. I just want to ask where I can buy the same pendant? I have to add here that Yu Zhigang is such a fucking loser. Tang San's success has nothing to do with Yu Zhigang, but has a lot to do with Xiao Wu. Without Xiao Wu, it would be hard for Tang San to pretend to be powerful, become a god, and even harder to take Douluo continent as his back garden. Seeing this, the women who have copies of the diary also want to ask, where can I buy the same pendant? Oh, this doesn't feel right. Isn't Xiao Wu 100,000-year soul beast transformed? How can 100,000-year soul beast be so stupid? Zhu Zhuqing can only tell them that Xiao Wu really is that stupid. Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu continued to cry now. She was really sad. Sister Xiao Wu was so self-important, but she didn't expect that she was just a pendant of Tang San, and a stupid, dumb and useless pendant at that. Woo, Zhuqing, wrong, I'm really a loser, I'm so stupid, I don't know how I got to this point. Woo, Ning Rongrong kept patting Xiao Wu to comfort her. As a good sister, she didn't know how to persuade her. Stupid is stupid, loser is really loser, just cry. Zhu Zhuqing frowned. She was smart and immediately grasped a key point from the diary. Tang San's father, Clear Sky Douluo. He had already known about Xiao Wu's existence, which meant that he had long regarded Xiao Wu as a spirit ring. Su Chen's evaluation was sharp. Xiao Wu could not escape the fate of a pendant. If she really wanted to leave Tang San, she would probably become a spirit ring hanging on Tang San. Zhu Zhuqing felt that apart from a time traveler like Su Chen, few people could resist the temptation of 100,000 soul rings and soul bones. Tang Hao would never let Xiao Wu leave Tang San's side. Thinking of this, Zhu Zhuqing's face turned cold and said, Xiao Wu, don't cry. Xiao Wu was stunned for a moment, and said a little aggrievedly, Zhuqing, do you dislike me? Ning Rongrong looked at Zhu Zhuqing with a puzzled look, not understanding why her face suddenly became so solemn. Zhuqing, Xiao Wu should cry out loud now. Zhu Zhuqing said seriously, now is not the time to cry. We must think of a way to leave today, otherwise your destiny, Xiao Wu, cannot be changed. If you are not good at it, practice more. If you don't have a brain, think more. Xiao Wu, you are a soul beast incarnation. Your life cannot be peaceful, let alone a worry-free life. Write a key point in Su Chen's diary just now. Now read it twice and find it out. Key point? Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong were bewildered. Xiao Wu wiped her tears and reread the story twice, thinking, this is all just gibberish, not a lick of bloating. How am I supposed to find the key points? Ning Rongrong also went back to reread it, then panicked. Is it Tang San's father? That's it. According to Su Chen, Tang Hao already knew your identity. He couldn't possibly resist the allure of a 100,000-year spirit ring, let alone let you go. Ning Rongrong knew full well that the reason they hadn't returned to the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect was because they couldn't find a reason to convince their father and grandfathers. The allure of a 100,000-year spirit ring was too great. Xiao Wu was also stunned. Tang San's father? So she had been so foolish all these years, dancing under the nose of a title Douluo every day. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 116, Strange Knowledge Increased. Elsewhere, Bibi Dong also grasped the key point. Zhao Gang wasn't enough evidence, and Tang San's true helper was Xiao Wu? Outrageous. How could such a foolish rabbit provide so much help to Tang San? Without Xiao Wu, Tang San's pretense of becoming a god would be impossible. This meant she had to kill Xiao Wu immediately? Not a good idea. Even if she didn't use her spirit ring to kill Xiao Wu, she might be sacrificed to Tang San prematurely, and Tang Hao was watching from the shadows. Bibi Dong paced back and forth in the hall, pondering her next plan. No matter what, Xiao Wu couldn't follow Tang San around and serve as a pendant for him. No, Bibi Dong suddenly thought of another question. If she killed Xiao Wu, she would have no control over the plot. Who knew what unpredictable factors might arise? What if she didn't kill Xiao Wu? If she didn't kill Xiao Wu, and didn't allow anyone else to kill her, then Tang San had no hope of obtaining this 100,000-year spirit ring. Even if Tang Hao killed Xiao Wu would no longer be Tang San's charm. In other words, a living rabbit was useless and posed no real threat. The real threat was the help it would provide after becoming a 100,000-year spirit ring. Bibi Dong fell into deep thought, mentally weighing the consequences of killing Xiao Wu. Liena also began to ponder. Xiao Wu was such a huge help to Tang San? No. If that was the case, this little rabbit couldn't be spared. She had to be killed as soon as possible. Even if her spirit rings and spirit bones weren't wanted, the rabbit had to die. Still, the spirit beast had to be sacrificed. Wait a minute. Zhao Gang was about to arrive. What was he waiting for? This time, after Su Chen dealt with Zhao Gang, he would kill Tang San before leaving. Would that put an end to everything? Su Chen continued his update. I could actually write much more about Xiao Wu, but writing too much at once would tire me out. I can only say that Xiao Wu is outrageous. As for her being a pendant for Tang San, is that a good thing? If Tang San were normal, I actually think being a pendant wouldn't be a big deal. After all, having a good man to lean on is a good choice for a woman. As for Tang San, I'm dying of laughter. He's even better than his father. Father and son are a pair of eccentrics. Tang Hao knew Yin's breath was unstable during her pregnancy, but he took Yin out and ran around, attracting the spirit hall's pursuit. Tang San is even more so. After knowing Xiao Wu's identity, he still dared to take her to the Spirit Master competition. Never mind the magical herbs that concealed her auras. The Spirit Master competition is about competing. How can you care about that when you're fighting? If Tang San were a good man, Xiao Wu being a pendant would be fine, but Tang San is just a complete eccentric. How eccentric is he? Originally, the gods in the god realm were all idle all day, desperately looking for successors to retire and leave. But after Tang San entered the god realm, they were all scheming against each other. Please see the synopsis below. Tang San, the god king of a generation, travels the universe with a trace of divine consciousness, searching for the world where his wife is reincarnated. Guided by his divine consciousness, he arrives at a place called the Fairy Continent, but he discovers that it is a world where humans are treated like pawns. Su Chen stopped writing here, unable to continue his rant. Liena and the other two were instantly numb upon seeing this. So? Xiao Wu didn't die this first time, so what if she would die again in the future? More strange knowledge has been added. So, their father and son's hobby is to kill their wives, then resurrect them and kill them again? At the same time, the women who had copies of the diary were also stunned. It's outrageous. So Xiao Wu is really just a tool that can die at any time, letting people die and live, all for Tang San's growth? Xiao Wu is really unlucky. Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu is now completely desperate. Zhu Zhuqing, Rongrong, what should I do? I'm not dead yet. If I resurrect and follow Tang San, I'll die again. And then I'll have to go to the Fairy Continent. I don't want to go. I won't go, Ning Rongrong said anxiously. At this point, I can only send a message back to the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect as soon as possible. Once my father and Grandpa Sword and Grandpa Bone arrive, we won't have to worry about Tang Hao anymore. They had originally thought that if they didn't want to be pendants for Tang San, they could just find a suitable place to leave. Reading Su Chen's diary today, Zhu Zhuqing clearly told them they were overthinking it. Want to leave? Would Tang Hao let Xiao Wu go? That's unrealistic. Zhu Zhuqing's expression was complicated. Wrong, can you persuade your father? If you can't persuade him, it's like stepping out of a dragon's den and into a tiger's den. The allure of a 100,000-year spirit ring is something few can resist. Ning Rongrong's face darkened. She personally believed that he could be persuaded, but Zhu Zhuqing had analyzed many things with her before and taught her many lessons. From her father and two grandfathers' perspectives, Ning Rongrong felt they wouldn't necessarily listen, and she wasn't sure she could persuade them. There's a way, Ning Rongrong suddenly said. Let's say Xiao Wu knows how the 7 treasures glazed pagoda evolves into the 9 treasures glazed pagoda. That way, my father and the others won't harm Xiao Wu, Zhu Zhuqing said, surprised. Rongrong, you're finally using your brain, Ning Rongrong said proudly. That's right. I've always been very smart. I'm the smartest in our 7 treasures glazed pagoda sect. My father and the others have always said I was the most powerful genius there, Zhu Zhuqing smiled bitterly. I don't mind you being smart, but if you're just throwing your brain away, what can I do? She thought for a moment and said, that's just to protect Xiao Wu temporarily. And the diary contents can't be revealed. It's not a long-term solution after all. Ning Rongrong's face fell. Before, she might have naively argued with Zhu Zhuqing, but now she could fully understand the value of a 100,000-year spirit ring and spirit bone. This time, Xiao Wu looked at Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong and said seriously, Zhuqing, Rongrong, I figured it out. The only person I can rely on now is Su Chen, because I'm already under attack. If I choose to be Tang San's pendant, I will face the crisis of the Spirit Hall. If I refuse to be Tang San's pendant, I will face the crisis of Tang Hao. In this case, the simple understanding is, I can't escape death either way. Even if I go to the 7 treasures glazed tile sect and gain the protection, can the 7 treasures glazed tile sect stop Tang Hao? Can it stop Bibi Dong and the Spirit Hall? Chapter 117. Who dares not to give him Yu Zhiagang face? After hearing Xiao Wu's words, Zhu Zhuqing nodded in satisfaction. Sister, you've finally grown your brains. As someone who grew up surrounded by power struggles, she clearly understood that if Xiao Wu couldn't render a great favor to the 7 treasures glazed tile sect, her fate would be even worse if she went there. Now, with the diary's contents exposed, many people knew Xiao Wu's identity. Liu Erlong, Ho Wu, Meng Yiren, Ning Rongrong, Du Yan, Liena, and even Zhu Zhuqing herself, all represented a force capable of wielding Xiao Wu's will. And that's not even mentioning the women hiding in the dark, those who haven't surfaced. Zhu Zhuqing didn't believe these were the only ones in possession of a copy of the diary. Forget about the others, for Zhu Zhuqing, returning to the Star Luo Empire with this information would be a monumental achievement. Even if Xiao Wu enjoyed the 7 treasures glazed tile sect's protection, what would it really be? Adopting a 100,000-year-old spirit beast would likely lead to a widespread uprising, bringing utter destruction to the entire 7 treasures glazed tile sect. If Su Chen knew Zhu Zhuqing's thoughts, he would definitely give her a thumbs up. All the major sects are vying for the dragon-slaying blade, even Wudang. The 7 treasures glazed tile sect? Haha. Adopting a 100,000-year-old spirit beast? This is a traitor sect to humanity. Let's all go together and destroy them. Ning Rongrong said helplessly, relying on Su Chen seems even more difficult than leaving Tang San and becoming his accessory. We can't even afford the price of his technique, so how can we afford his protection? Zhu Zhuqing silently observed Xiao Wu, wondering if the sisters could come up with a solution. However, Xiao Wu's face was filled with dejection. I don't know how to get his help. I really have nothing. I've been a soul beast for so many years, and I don't have any immortal herbs or money. Zhu Zhuqing shook her head helplessly, looked at Xiao Wu and said, in this world, there are many ways to communicate and trade. It's not about bartering. For Su Chen, material things are exactly the most useless thing. If you want to get Su Chen's protection, you have to analyze him and cater to his preferences, Ning Rongrong said with surprise. Su Chen needs a wife. Xiao Wu, you go and be his concubine. Xiao Wu? Zhu Zhuqing looked Xiao Wu up and down, shaking her head secretly in her heart. That's it? Xiao against I can't afford it. Xiao Wu was a little confused at first, but suddenly she noticed Zhu Zhuqing's gaze and burst into tears. Wu, Zhuqing, I'm just young, I will grow up, I don't want to be with you anymore. Zhu Zhuqing hurried forward to comfort her. Okay, let's talk about business now. Rongrong may have said one way, but it's obviously not something you can do now, judging from the figures and looks of Liena, Du Yan, and Yi Lingling who were by Su Chen's side. There was really no hope for Xiao Wu to stick to them now. Lies don't hurt people, the truth does. Ning Rongrong was also damn it. We are also 12 years old, why can't we have Zhu Zhuqing's talent? Our martial spirit pair is really disappointing. The two looked at Zhu Zhuqing, and they became more and more envious. With such a pair of powerful weapons in her arms, Zhu Zhuqing was really holding pearls in hand. You can advance and retreat freely. Zhu Zhuqing also hurriedly changed the subject, and analyzed with a serious face. Of course, although our current sister Xiao Wu is young and has no advantages, the future may not be the same, so as long as we stabilize it now, we will be saved. If it doesn't work with Su Chen, you can start with Liena. Xiao Wu, you still have a use now, that is the diary copy? Diary copy? Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu were a little confused. Zhu Zhuqing nodded and continued, yes, it's the diary copy, and its third reward. Now we all know that this is the cheat code from the time traveler. It's an extremely powerful cheat, surpassing that of the Douluo continent, although the first reward is only 1,000 years each time. Have you ever thought that it's just one day? 1,000 years a day, 10 days 10,000 years, 100 days 100,000 years. In just 3 consecutive months, an ordinary title Douluo can become the most powerful being. The second reward is even more random. Not to mention how terrifying the soul power increase of 1 level a day is. What if there are other more powerful rewards? Xiao Wu said with a depressed look. The diary copy targets me. It doesn't even give me soul power. Although carrots are delicious, they can't improve my strength. Ning Rongrong also nodded heavily. That's right. That's right, our diary is so disappointing. What can we do? Zhu Zhuqing said angrily. Since it's disappointing, then give it to Liena. Xiao Wu, you proposed the condition for Liena to protect you. In return, for the time you are protected, the entire third reward will be given to her. I think Liena is a smart person and wouldn't refuse. Huh? Xiao Wu's eyes lit up instantly. Ning Rongrong nodded heavily, but with a hint of annoyance. She said, damn it. Even we have to curry favor with that vixen. I really hope a diary copy appears soon, one that can rival Bibi Dong, Shrek Academy. Gathering in the courtyard. Yu Zhiagang had been planning training for the day, but only 4 of the 7 students showed up, leaving him feeling very upset. Xiao San, what's going on with Xiao Wu and the others? Tang San hurriedly explained, teacher, they're really not feeling well, so they told me this morning and asked me to ask for leave on their behalf. Boss Dai and the others were there. Dai Mubei and the other 2 nodded. Yu Zhiagang nodded slightly, but a hint of displeasure remained. He was a respected master in the spirit master world, even if he was quite impressive. It was already an honor for them to be here to teach them. And yet, 3 of them were absent on the first day. They really didn't take him seriously. Forget it, Yu Zhiagang thought for a moment and said, the students aren't all here today. I'll start issuing tasks tomorrow when all 3 of them arrive. You're free to do whatever you want today. Yu Zhiagang was anxious about this. He hoped that the Su Chen everyone was talking about would arrive as soon as possible, so he could use it to establish his authority in Shrek. Otherwise, as things were, these students, with the exception of Tang San, would only appear to be submissive but not truly convinced. What kind of teaching would they get? The master was confident. His confidence wasn't blind. First, he had the Pope's order from Tang Hao, and he could control anyone below the elder level. Secondly, who among the elders didn't know about his past with Bibi Dong? Just look at the entire spirit hall. Who would dare not give Yu Zhiagang face? Chapter 118 Return to Soto City. 2 flowers bloom, each with its own beauty. Elsewhere, Su Chen sat in the carriage, boredly gazing at the scenery outside. He sighed, at this rate, we'll be very late returning to Soto City today. We won't have time to look for Yu Zhiagang. Liena chuckled, what's the big deal? We'll go find him whenever we get back. We're not treating him to a meal, so why bother about the time? Su Chen glanced at Liena and muttered, killing is not enough. Death row prisoners get a bowl of rice to start their day. It's extremely rude to disturb someone's sleep, really. Yi Lingling and Du Yuyan gave him a strange look, as if asking, were you too polite last night? Liena blushed slightly. Su Chen's face faltered, and he said unhappily, it feels like a long time since we last met. It seems you two are both very brave now. As he spoke, Su Chen sat down across from them, one arm in each of Yi Lingling and Du Yuyan's arms, and began to tickle them. Oh. That's so annoying. Su Chen, please don't stop. The carriage continued to speed along the road, a scene of playful laughter and laughter erupting inside. Behind, a phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake dragged its plump body, its wings rowing like a boat, desperately chasing after it. Late at night, the group finally arrived back in Soto City, the branch of the spirit hall. Ho Wu waited outside the gate with Ling Yuan Douluo, muttering discontentedly, "It's so late, and those bastards haven't returned yet." Ling Yuan frowned at Ho Wu and said sternly, "Girl, control your temper when facing Su Chen, Nana, and the others. Although Nana hasn't returned to Spirit City for her ordination yet, she's already a Spirit Hall saint. If she were to teach you a lesson, I wouldn't have the right to stop her." Ho Wu curled her lips, but seeing Ling Yuan's serious expression, she didn't dare to mess with her anymore. Tramp, tramp, tramp. The sound of horse hooves echoed through the quiet street. Ling Yuan and Ho Wu turned to look, only to see a carriage approaching from the darkness. Following closely behind it was a massive snake, nearly 20 meters long and as fat as a ball. "Here they come. Remember, don't expose the diary copy, don't get petty with them, be respectful and polite, or I'll deal with you before Nana even starts," Ling Yuan warned again, pulling Ho Wu back through the main gate. She waited for Su Chen and his group to reach the gate, then emerged with Ho Wu, feigning surprise. "Nana, hey, you're really back." Liena, who had just disembarked from the carriage with Su Chen, was surprised to see Ling Yuan Douluo. "Auntie Ling Yuan, why are you here, huh? There's also a beautiful girl in red clothes and red hair following them. What's she doing? Wait a minute. Could these two both have diary copies and come specifically to find Su Chen?" Su Chen glanced at Ling Yuan and Ho Wu, instantly recognizing the two beautiful women, one large and one small. A beautiful mature woman who doesn't take the first place. Ling Yuan spoke, "I heard from the young master that you were here, so I came to Soto City specifically to see if I could run into you. Well, the girl next to me is Ho Wu, the daughter of a good friend of mine. Because Ho Wu's personality became too unruly at Blazing Fire Academy, he asked me to take her to Spirit Academy to discipline her. I was originally going to take her back, but I had a new mission, so I came to Soto City instead. If you're here, I'll let you take her to Spirit City. If you're not, I'll have to send her back first." Liena, Yilingling, and Du Yuan were convinced upon hearing this. This was indeed the woman who possessed the diary copy. While Ling Yuan's reasoning was plausible, they knew it was only for Su Chen's benefit. Ho Wu, the woman who didn't receive her reward on the first day because she had no story. "Ho Wu, why don't you meet the sisters?" Ling Yuan glared at Ho Wu unhappily. If she weren't her friend's daughter, she wouldn't care about her personality. 2 beatings will be enough. Hearing this, Ho Wu looked at Liena and the other two and shouted, "Hello, 3 sisters." Liena nodded slightly and said to Ling Yuan, "Aunt Ling Yin, this is my boyfriend Su Chen, and these 2 are my sisters, Yilingling and Du Yuan." Su Chen looked at Ling Yuan and gave her a polite smile. "Greetings, Your Majesty." Yilingling and Du Yuan also stood up and shouted, "Greetings, Your Majesty." Ling Yuan smiled and nodded, saying, "Since you're Nana's boyfriend, don't be so polite with me. Just call me sister, huh?" Liena was a little confused. "I call you aunt, and you ask them to call you sister?" Su Chen nodded without saying anything else. Turning to Liena, he instructed, "Send someone to find an open area for Wonke to rest. Order them to guard it and don't let anyone get close. Let's talk inside." Liena nodded, and the group walked into the spirit hall. Ho Wu followed closely, glancing at Su Chen from time to time with a mixture of curiosity, excitement, and shyness. This man was truly enigmatic and captivating. Du Yuan, glancing from the side, happened to notice Ho Wu staring at Su Chen. She chuckled and said, "Handsome, right? My man, you." Ho Wu clenched her fists. "You damned snake spirit, what's with you so arrogant?" At the same time, at Shrek Academy, Xiao Wu said with a look of worry on her face, "Zhu Qing, when we went there, Su Chen and the others arrived in the afternoon. How come he hasn't come back yet? He won't not come to see you Xia Gang, will he?" Ning Rongrong also muttered, "The rewards are about to be distributed. What's wrong with this bastard Su Chen? Is he afraid of you Xia Gang?" Ugh, bah. Although what Yu Xia Gang said before sounded like the truth, Liena may be afraid of him, but Su Chen shouldn't be afraid of him, right? Zhu Zhuqing glanced at the 2 of them and said, "Based on what we saw before, Su Chen will definitely come. As for whether he is afraid of Yu Xia Gang, the result is impossible. He even bullied a protagonist like Tang San. What's the problem with a waste like Yu Xia Gang?" I guess he was delayed by something. He will definitely come tomorrow. By then, I'm afraid Shrek will be greeted with a disaster, including us. Why? Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong asked puzzledly. Zhu Zhuqing said seriously, before Yu Xiaogang came, Su Chen was just teasing everyone. Now that Yu Xiaogang is coming, he must have had enough fun. Our chances tomorrow. If we don't seize this opportunity and can't leave Shrek with Su Chen, it will be a disaster. I just hope Liena doesn't make a move tomorrow. Otherwise, once Liena's strength is exposed, tomorrow will truly be our last chance. Chapter 119, Auntie is a little weird today. Xiao Wu and Ning Rongrong looked bewildered. Why are you getting more and more confused, Zhuqing? We know you have big breasts and brains, and we too are both clueless. Can you please explain things clearly? Zhu Zhuqing said solemnly. Tomorrow, Su Chen will severely punish Yu Xiaogang. Flanders is Yu Xiaogang's good friend. He didn't take action until now because Su Chen didn't go too far. Flanders will inevitably take action this time. If Flanders takes action, Liena will definitely take action too. When Liena's level 80 spirit power is exposed, Xiao Wu's identity will be officially exposed to the public, and Tang Hao will know that Xiao Wu's identity has been exposed, and he will most likely take action. Xiao Wu suddenly felt sick. If Su Chen couldn't take her away tomorrow, if she couldn't escape the sea of suffering, she might not even be able to wait for rescue from the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect. Ning Rongrong also fell silent. At the Soto City branch hall. Because it was already late, Su Chen and his friends ate a quick bite and didn't chat with Ling Yuan and Ho Wu for long before going to bed. At that moment, the door to Liena's room opened. She asked, somewhat puzzled, didn't I tell you to go find Ling Ling and Yanzi? Why are you back again, Nana? It's me, Ling Yuan said, entering. Seeing Ling Yuan Douluo, Liena sat up from the bed and asked, Auntie Ling Yuan, your presence here with Ho Wu today isn't as simple as you say, is it? Ling Yuan thought for a moment and said, no, but it's almost. I've received orders from His Holiness the Pope to invite those who possess a copy of the diary to meet in Wuhan City and start a gathering for our friends. Liena? What did you say? Ling Yuan looked at Liena seriously, saying, a gathering for our friends, His Holiness the Pope's intention. Liena's face was filled with confusion. What kind of brainwaves could her master have to think of organizing such a gathering? And now, is Su Chen going to attend this gathering? Ling Yuan continued, the first reason I came to Soto City is because I wanted to see what Su Chen looks like, the one who could have so captivated you, and the second is to go to Shrek to find Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing. To be honest, I'm a little confused by His Holiness the Pope's thinking. In my opinion, if they can't be used by our spirit hall, we must eradicate them completely. His Holiness the Pope said that the diary copy has a certain protective effect, and he's not sure who Su Chen will have a crush on, so he wants to keep everyone in Spirit City. Liena's expression was complicated, and she pondered. As for feelings, I think Su Chen has a crush on Xiao Zhu, but I haven't felt anything for the others yet. Gathering in Spirit City is fine, otherwise it would be a bit awkward to kill all those who have the diary copy. Oh, yes. I'm also sure that Ning Rongrong has the diary copy. Zhu Zhuqing came to talk to me before, and I didn't avoid her. It's just right. Aunt Ling Yuan, come with me to Shrek tomorrow to support me in killing Tang San. Ling Yuan nodded slightly at Liena's words, walked to the bed and sat beside Liena, and asked softly, Nana, do you think Aunt Ling treats you well? Liena, a bit puzzled, replied, of course Aunt Ling treats me well. Just like Grandpa Ju and the others, she's loved and cared for me since I was little. This was true. After all, Liena was Bibi Dong's disciple. It made sense that these spirit halls titled Douluos had treated her well and looked after her since she was little. Ling Yin said helplessly, don't lump me in with them, they make me look older. Nana, since Aunt Ling Yin treats you well, shouldn't you also tell her how you got that level 30 spirit power? Ugh. Liena's face was quizzical. What the hell? I treat you as my aunt, and you actually want to be my sister? Are we supposed to discuss this separately? Ahem. Liena cleared her throat but didn't speak, motioning Ling Yin Douluo to wait. Ling Yin Douluo's mind was filled with questions. Not long after, Yi Lingling's female panting could be heard from the next room. Liena said calmly, get it this way. This? Ling Yuan instantly felt uneasy. Was this really how they got their rewards? This was outrageous. Ling Yuan had been about to chat with Liena, but was suddenly interrupted by the chatter from the other room. She muttered, I'm going home first, Auntie Ling Yuan, Liena asked, puzzled. Why are you in such a hurry to leave? The rewards are almost here. Besides, let's talk tonight. We have to deal with Tang San tomorrow. Killing Tang San is a major accomplishment. Ling Yuan couldn't help but squeeze her legs together. Her emotions were mixed. Listening to the chatter from the other room, she wondered if she could handle it. Just as Ling Yuan was hesitating, Liena pulled her over and said, Auntie Ling Yuan, sleep in my room tonight. I have so much to tell you. Ling Yuan sighed inwardly, glancing at her fingers. She was afraid her nails would need to be cut off after such a night. Nana, go ahead and talk. I'll go back after you're done. Ding. Diary, recording the wonderful life of time travel. Rewards distributed. Congratulations to the host for receiving the reward. All spirit rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to the host for receiving the random reward. Soul power increased by 1 level. Next door, Su Chen, who was practicing his martial soul fusion technique with Yi Lingling, glanced at the reward and returned to his training. He had no idea that, because of his martial soul fusion technique with Yi Lingling, the spirit kite Douluo he was trying to harm had his beautiful nails cut off. How cruel. Dungeon rewards distributed. Congratulations to Xiao Wu for having her name mentioned the most in the diary. Reward, all spirit rings have their age increased by 1,000 years. Congratulations to Xiao Wu for having her name randomly selected in the diary. Reward, soul power increased by 1 level. Congratulations to Xiao Wu for being the lucky viewer who can customize her diary theme once. Huh? Liena's face darkened when she saw the rewards. So angry. Xiao Wu had been scolded by Su Chen just today, but she had unexpectedly received so many rewards for it. Even the third reward was randomly selected. Ling Yuan Douluo also shuddered, muttering, this little rabbit is really lucky, a blessing in disguise. Suddenly she looked at Liena and asked, Nana, how should we deal with this little rabbit? Liena thought, kill Tang San tomorrow. As long as Tang San is killed, Xiao Wu will not be enough. As for what to do with her in the future, I will ask Su Chen's opinion next. Ling Yuan nodded and asked, is there anything else? If not, I will go back and rest first. So urgent. Liena was a little confused. Aunt Ling Yuan was a little strange today. Chapter 120, Fierce. Ling Yuan was also feeling depressed. She was anxious. She was really anxious. Under normal circumstances, it would be fine, but do you think the people next door are normal? What a wild donkey. It's not urgent, it's just that I'm too sleepy today, Ling Yuan explained seriously. Okay, then Aunt Ling Yuan, we'll talk about this later. Liena had no choice. Ling Yuan Douluo nodded and hurriedly turned and walked out. The first thing she did when she returned to her room was to trim her nails. What a pity. Such beautiful nails. But today they had to be trimmed, because their owner really needed them. Aunt Ling Yuan, just as Ling Yuan finished trimming her nails and was about to reward herself, Wu's voice suddenly rang out from outside. Before Ling Yuan could tell her to go to bed early, Wu had already pushed the door open and walked in. You, girl, why are you looking for me so late instead of going to bed? Wu curled her lips and said, Aunt Ling, are you really going to hand me over to Liena and go to Xiandao City alone? Ling nodded. Wu said a little depressed, then can I continue to follow you? I feel very uncomfortable with Liena and the others. They're putting so much pressure on me that I can't breathe. Aunt Ling, why are you blushing so much? Ling said angrily, you're so stupid. Am I handing you over to Nana and the others? Am I harming you? I just want you to stay by Su Chen's side and get to know them. What future can you achieve by following me? Wu looked at Ling helplessly. She naturally understood in her heart that Ling was still very kind to her. Then I'll sleep with Aunt Ling tonight. No, Ling said seriously, I'm very tired today and want to get some rest. Wu nodded heavily, I know. Let's go to bed early. Besides, Aunt Ling will be leaving soon, and then I'll have to stay with Liena and the others. Aunt Ling, don't you want to stay with me a little longer? Ling, I don't want to. Wu, you do. You do. Oh, a quiet night. Ling, despite her title Douluo of Strength, could still hear the panting of Yi Lingling, the female Qiao. She couldn't help but sigh inwardly. Why is it so hard to reward herself? Why is that bastard Su Chen acting like a donkey? Aren't you tired after all this time? Shrek Academy. Ning Rongrong excitedly shouted, Xiao Wu, you are really amazing. I told you that you have a story, you can do it. Zhu Zhuqing was also happy for Xiao Wu and said, Xiao Wu, you are awesome. Xiao Wu made a bitter face and muttered, yeah. Zhu Zhuqing smiled and said, don't think too much, this world is still very fair, there are gains and losses. For example, Ho Wu, she envies you more than she can envy, and her shortcomings are also your advantages. Xiao Wu nodded heavily and said, well, Zhuqing, I will give this reward to you tomorrow. No, Zhu Zhuqing hurriedly refused, this reward comes at the right time. Tomorrow we must give this reward to Liena to let her see that you are not just talking. Tomorrow we must get out. I told you before, the temptation of 100,000-year spirit ring is too great. I think that except for Su Chen and those who have a copy of the diary, few can resist this temptation, so you will be safe only if you stay with Su Chen and get his protection. Xiao Wu hesitated and said, but Zhuqing, you? Zhu Zhuqing smiled and comforted her, I'm fine. Although I'm under a lot of pressure, I can still rely on Rongrong. Ning Rongrong nodded heavily, yes, although I really don't like that vixen. This is your way out now. We have to live for ourselves, do what we want to do, and make our own choices. Yes. Xiao Wu looked at Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong and said seriously, thank you, you are my best sisters, and the best people to me besides my mother. That night, Ling Yuan tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. Finally, the panting coming from Yu Lingling's female Qiao stopped, and she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Finally, she could sleep. However, just after closing her eyes for a moment, Ling Yuan suddenly heard another strange sound. She listened carefully and realized that the voice had changed from Yu Lingling to Du Guyan. Oh my god. This donkey needs to rest. He'd even switched from Yu Lingling to Du Guyan. Why was this even more exciting? Damn it. Su Chen, you bastard. Ling Yuan pondered for a moment, pushed Ho Wu aside, pulled on her pajamas, and stood up. Ho Wu drowsily asked, Auntie Lingyan, what are you doing? Ling Yuan replied seriously, I'm going to the bathroom. However, after Ling Yuan left, she went straight to Ho Wu's room to sleep. But, the next day, the early morning light pierced through the thick clouds, painting a golden outline across the landscape. A gentle breeze blew by, bringing the fresh scent of dew and fragrant grass, setting a peaceful and beautiful tone. Ho Wu pushed open the door of Ling Yuan's room, her face filled with resentment. Really, you said you'd sleep with me, and you disappeared in the middle of the night. As she spoke, she saw Ling Yuan push open the door of her room, her face slightly flushed. Auntie Lingyan, ugh. Ling Yuan's face froze for a moment, and she said seriously, I was a little sleepy last night, and I went out for a while and ran into the wrong room. I thought you went back to sleep. Oh, Ho Wu curled her lips, also very speechless. Ling Yuan was also very speechless. This girl is really ignorant. When the two of them went to the next yard together, Su Chen, Liena, Du Guyan, and Yu Lingling had already gotten up and were slowly practicing Tai Chi in the yard. Ling Yuan saw Su Chen's handsome face, and thought of the torture that lasted almost the whole night last night, and she almost got excited again. What a donkey. Aren't you tired at all? Chapter 121 Uzia Gang, here I come. Ho Wu looked at the others curiously and asked, what soul skills are you practicing? Su Chen replied calmly, Tai Chi for health preservation. Want to learn? Ho Wu excitedly asked, can you teach me? I want to learn, thank you. Su Chen nodded slightly and said, if you want to learn, just stand back and practice with me. I'll teach you the secret techniques later when I have the chance. Your Highness Ling Yuan, if you're interested, you can learn too. This boxing technique may seem ordinary, but it actually contains the great principles of heaven and earth. If you can fully comprehend it, you can become a terrestrial immortal and harness the power of heaven and earth. Ling Yuan looked puzzled, but she said nothing and followed Ho Wu in practicing Tai Chi as a titled Douluo. Ling Yuan's natural comprehension was self-evident. After practicing a few times, the rewards of 3 times last night and 1 this morning didn't seem so tiring anymore. The impatient Ho Wu, on the other hand, seemed to be joking. Before the two of them could practice for a while longer, they couldn't help but practice. Su Chen stopped and said, we've fought twice today and are here first. Next, we'll head to Shrek Academy. Ho Wu, confused, asked, so early, should we have breakfast first? Su Chen glanced at Ho Wu and the others and said seriously, we'll be full even after beating Uzia Gang. Oh no. We'll be full even after going to Shrek Academy. It was very early. But I've been waiting for Gangzi for so many days. I just can't resist. I want to meet him in person. Not long after, a carriage carrying Su Chen and his group of 6 drove towards Shrek Academy. Su Chen sat in the carriage and began to write in his diary, "Today is another energetic day. Well, I'm in a good mood today. I need to think of a new way to start my diary, a diary about a wonderful journey through life. I came back too late yesterday, so I can only let you Zaigang live another day. What I didn't expect was to meet Ling Yuan and Ho Wu in Soto City. Great. In addition to Liena, Du Yan, and Yu Lingling, there are 2 more followers today. Actually, after activating the cheat code, I felt like I'd become famous overnight, or gotten rich overnight. My mindset didn't match my actual abilities. Despite daily self-control and Tai Chi practice, my heart still swelled. It couldn't be helped. When a poor person suddenly has endless money, or an ordinary person suddenly possesses supernatural powers, the gates of human desire are completely open wide. My friend, you're the true hero. Hey? Today's diary entry is about Liena. Great, copy and paste, mission accomplished. Uzaya gang, here I come. On the carriage. Liena read the diary entry, and a flurry of questions filled her mind. Me? Wasn't Xiao Wu, the rogue rabbit, the lucky audience member yesterday? Why is today's diary entry about me? Did this little rabbit accidentally click the wrong button? Something's wrong. Du Yan, Yi Lingling, Ling Yuan, and Ho Wu all looked at Liena, also puzzled. After so many days, everyone knew who the theme was, which would determine who would receive the reward. And yet, Xiao Wu actually gave the reward to Liena? What was Xiao Wu trying to do? Was she giving the reward to Liena to drive a wedge between them, or was she trying to curry favor with her? This was truly strange. Lanba Academy. Liu Erlong's emotions grew complicated upon reading the diary entries. It had come. The day had finally arrived. Yu Xiagang had gone to Shrek Academy, and Su Chen was finally going to meet him. Su Chen had been pining for him for so long, so he probably wouldn't let him go easily. Liu Erlong sighed inwardly, unable to articulate her feelings. Even though she had clearly seen that Yu Xiagang was a complete loser, a weak, incompetent, and irresponsible scumbag. But, after all, there had been a time in the spirit hall. Bibi Dong felt the same way. Her emotions were mixed. She was similar to Liu Erlong. Although she had come to understand Yu Xiagang now, she still felt a certain pity for Su Chen's harsh punishment. After all, there was that moment, She was just lamenting when she saw the diary entry was titled Liena. A bewildered expression crossed her face. Yesterday's lucky viewer was Xiao Wu, and she'd actually given the prize to Liena. What was going on? This ungrateful little bastard had truly infiltrated the inner circle and become the boss, even offering protection money to Xiao Wu, a member of the opposing team. But Bibi Dong suddenly felt a surge of anticipation when she thought about Su Chen returning to Spirit City after teaching Yu Xiagang a lesson. Okay. Su Chen, I'll wait for you in Spirit City, Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu and the other 2 had just gotten up, and seeing the diary update, their expressions grew complicated. Sure enough, Su Chen was coming today. Zhu Zhuqing looked at Xiao Wu seriously and said, "Today is a turning point in your destiny. You must seize this opportunity. If you miss it, you'll be trapped." Xiao Wu nodded firmly, her heart beginning to tense. Zhu Zhuqing had made it very clear yesterday. She couldn't leave with Su Chen today, so she would be unable to leave Tang San's side, either as a pendant or a spirit ring, bound to Tang San. None of this was what Xiao Wu wanted. Ning Rongrong asked, "So what do we need to do next?" Zhu Zhuqing glanced at the 2 and replied, "Nothing for now. After they arrive, find a chance to talk to Liena alone. Xiao Wu, we'll talk together later." Xiao Wu nodded heavily. "Yes, thank you, Zhuqing, and Rongrong. You are both my dearest ones." A storm was brewing. At the entrance of Shrek, a carriage stopped. Su Chen, Liena, and the other 4 got out of the car. Seeing the dismal academy, Ho Wu was bewildered and asked, "You call this an academy?" "Haha." Su Chen laughed and said, "This is Shrek Academy, which only accepts monsters. In a different time and space, this academy has stood for tens of thousands of years and is the top academy in Douluo continent. Of course, gold shines wherever it shines. By comparison, this Shrek Academy is seriously lame," Su Chen said as he led the others into the academy. In the cafeteria, Zhu Zhuqing, Ning Rongrong, and Xiao Wu tried their best to remain calm, but their expressions still gave off a strange feeling. Daimyo Bei and the others sat nearby, their emotions similarly mixed, their expressions unnatural. Although no one knew what would happen next, they could all probably guess. After all, they had been back for 2 days, and Su Chen and the others would be returning soon after their spirit ring hunt. Tang San hesitated for a moment, then asked Yu Zhigang beside him, "Teacher, can you really handle that Su Chen?" Tang San was no fool. They'd been back from the starred-out Great Forest for 2 days, and Su Chen and his companions, having gone spirit ring hunting, must have returned by now. So, they were likely to come today. Upon hearing this, Flanders and his companions stopped eating and turned their gaze to Yu Zhigang. Right now, Yu Zhigang was the village's only hope. They were powerless to face Su Chen, and they only hoped Yu Zhigang could handle him, otherwise, it would be difficult. Yu Zhiagang's face remained calm, as he sipped his porridge with a spoon. His composure reassured the bewildered crowd, as if they had found their backbone. Similarly, Yu Zhiagang's composure told them, "Su Chen? Spirit Hall? Nothing." It wasn't until Yu Zhigang calmly swallowed the food in his mouth that he said calmly, "Zio-sen, don't worry. It's just the spirit hall. I have plenty of ways to deal with them, and you don't have to be afraid of them at all. There are some things I can't tell you for the time being, but you really don't have to be afraid of them." Su Chen? Spirit hall? Yu Zhigang was filled with disdain. "You dare to come? You're just a stepping stone for me. Even if the Pope's order doesn't work, I want to ask you if you can withstand the hammer." Chapter 122. Everyone stand up, nightmare coming. For a moment, Yu Zhiagang's calm and composed assurance gave Flander, Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others on the field a sense of security, and they breathed a sigh of relief. Putting everything else aside, Yu Zhiagang's unflappable attitude alone was enough to make him a master. Tang San breathed a sigh of relief and said, with teacher's words, "I'm relieved." Daimyo Bei, Ma Hongjin, and the others also nodded heavily, and said with some anger, "Master, if that's the case, then if they dare to come, please make sure to humiliate them severely. Yes, we must teach them a lesson. Don't they have a healing spirit, Master? Break their legs and let them heal themselves. And make them thank us." Yu Zhigang nodded calmly and said, "I may not break their legs, but I will help you humiliate them and help you vent your anger." Zhu Zhuqing, Ning Rongrong, and Xiao Wu were filled with disgust towards Yu Zhigang at this moment. "You are a level 29 loser, how come you act like you are even more pretentious than a titled Douluo? Do you really not know how to spell death? You said Potion was just the Pope's ex-boyfriend, but you are pretending like this now. Anyone who doesn't know would think you are Pope Bibi Dong's biological father. They really don't understand where Yu Zhigang, a mere level 29 loser, got his confidence from." Luckily, they had a copy of the diary. Otherwise, they would have had to admit that they were being fooled by Yu Zhiagang's pretense. It wasn't their fault, it was simply that Yu Zhiagang's pretense was so real. Actually, Yu Zhigang wasn't just pretending. He had the papal order, which made him feel like the Pope himself. He also enjoyed the title of honorary elder of the Spirit Hall. He was also Bibi Dong's ex-boyfriend, quite a bit of pretense. Besides, Yu Zhigang knew that Tang San's father was Clear Sky Douluo, and he was also his backer. This made him truly fearless. "How could we lose? You tell me how to lose?" Bang! Just as the group was about to breathe a sigh of relief after being comforted by Yu Zhigang, the cafeteria door was violently kicked open. The next moment, Su Chen, accompanied by Liena, Yi Lingling, Du Yan, Ling Yuan, and Ho Wu, walked in. 2 words were written on his face: arrogance. Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others felt a sudden surge of anxiety, turning their heads to look over, their eyes filled with resentment and murderous intent. Ma Hongjin grew nervous, but his fear receded when he recalled Yu Zhiagang's assurance. He was now deeply jealous of Su Chen. Before, Su Chen had always been surrounded by 3 beautiful women, and now, after just a few days, he's already surrounded by 2 more. Damn him. The key point was, there's even such a charming mature woman. Damn you, Su Chen. This is worse than killing me. Xiao Wu and the other 2 also grew nervous, glancing at Yu Zhigang, only to find him still calmly sipping his porridge. They were completely stunned. Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong cast Xiao Wu a questioning look. Has he always been this brave? Su Chen's heart raced at the sight of Yu Zhigang, that familiar, zombie-like face. Isn't it true that there are no useless spirits, only useless masters? I'm truly delighted to meet you today. I have to say, your face is filled with stories. Excellent. The plot returns to the main storyline, with Yu Xiaogang arriving at Shrek Academy. Perfect. Yu Xiaogang's face remained calm, and he glanced briefly at Su Chen, continuing to leisurely sip his porridge. His calm and composed demeanor gave Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others a huge boost of confidence. What's Su Chen? Bullshit. Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others' faces turned cold. Their glares were fierce, and they sneered. Su Chen, what are you doing here again? We haven't settled our previous scores with you yet, and you dare come again today. Su Chen smiled faintly, looked at the crowd, and said, everyone, stand now. I have something to announce to you. From this moment on, your nightmare has begun. I, Su Chen, am the destined villain. From now on, I will bring you despair and fear you will never forget. Hey, Liena and the others couldn't help but get goosebumps at Su Chen's laughter, constantly calling him Soul Emperor. Daozong powerhouses were terrifying. However, while Tang San and the others were furious, Yu Xiaogang put down his spoon, stood up, looked Su Chen in the eye, and said calmly, you're not worthy enough, Wang Difa. Su Chen was completely stunned. What was going on? This person was Yu Xiaogang. A zombie-like face with 29th level spirit power, he hadn't mistaken him. Liena and the others were also bewildered. Such an evil and terrifying villain had arrived, and yet Yu Xiaogang had so disdainfully uttered, unworthy. Who on earth had lost his mind? Tang San was also overjoyed. Great, great. Teacher is worthy of being a teacher. Su Chen, with my teacher here today, I will return all the humiliation I've suffered. Daimyo Bei and the others were also shocked. He didn't even take Su Chen's arrogance seriously. Look. That one direct statement stunned Su Chen. The master is truly a master. Amazing. Xiao Wu and the other two were also stunned. They had never expected Yu Xiaogang to be so brave. They had originally thought he was just saying a few words behind Su Chen's back, pretending to be impressive, but who could have imagined he would be so bold right in front of him? So terrifying. Su Chen was truly stunned by Yu Xiaogang. He looked at Yu Xiaogang carefully, making sure he hadn't mistaken him before speaking. You probably haven't figured out who we are. Let me introduce you. Liena is a level 80 soul Douluo, Bibi Dong's disciple, and the Spirit Hall's most powerful genius. Yilingling is a level 75, the heir of the nine-hearted begonia. Du Yan is level 75, the granddaughter of titled Douluo. Du Boho Wu's father is the dean of Blazing Fire Academy, and the last one is Spirit Hall's elder, Spirit Kite Douluo. I'll give you a chance to reframe your words. With their combined strength and background, are you sure we're not worthy? Liena and the others looked at Yu Xiaogang with indifference, speechless. Are you sure we're not worthy? Tang Sanzang and his companions were shocked. They had originally thought Su Chen and the others were merely geniuses from the Spirit Hall, but they hadn't expected their strength to be so terrifying, and their background so formidable. They were truly doomed. Level 80, level 75, and a title Douluo. Even Dean Flender, Vice Dean Zhao Wuji, and several other teachers at the academy couldn't match this strength. It was over. The master really couldn't hold on this time. If only he had kept quiet and kept a low profile. Flender and Zhao Wuji also had grim expressions. Judging from the strength and background of Su Chen and his group, this was no match for Shrek Academy. Let alone anywhere else on the continent. Damn it. How could they have provoked such a powerful enemy? If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 123. How dare you ignore the Pope's order? For a moment, Yu Xiaogang was also deeply shocked. After all, Su Chen and his group, with the exception of Ling Yuan, were only 5 or 6 years older than Tang San and the others. How could their strength already be so terrifying? But, at this moment, Yu Xiaogang still had to show his tough attitude. His face was cold, and his tone was tinged with sarcasm. Spirit Hall, have you now emerged as arrogant and domineering people, only superficial spirit power, without the humility and courtesy of a human being? It seems that Bibi Dong, the Pope, is not doing a very good job. What the hell? Su Chen was stunned. Crazy. Did you, Yu Xiaogang, Have such a bold heart for breakfast? Tang San, Dai Mubei and the others also looked at Yu Zhigang in shock, their eyes filled with awe. Strong, too strong. Master, after learning about Su Chen and his group's strength and background, dared to speak so boldly? Master is worthy of being a master. Awesome, crackling. Flanders and Zhao Wuji looked at Yu Zhigang with a complex expression, their hearts aching with unease. This was inappropriate. These people were so powerful and well-connected, yet they still had to confront them with such a harsh attitude? Liena's face darkened immediately, and she said coldly, "A level 29 loser, you dare to speak so arrogantly, I'll cut off your tongue first." Ha! Yu Zhigang, with a look of disdain, produced a token and threw it at Su Chen. "Look carefully, what is this?" Ugh! Su Chen caught the token and suddenly understood. Liena frowned, then understood something as well. Ling Yuan, standing nearby, said with a serious expression, "It's the Pope's order." Yi Lingling, Du Yan, and Ho Wu were completely bewildered. They had no idea what a Pope's order was. Tang San and his group were also confused. Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing were equally baffled. Ning Rongrong explained quietly, "The Papal Order is the Spirit Hall's pinnacle emblem, the highest token bestowed by the Pope to other factions. It's like the Pope himself, and it has a deterrent effect on Spirit Hall members." Everyone present listened to Ning Rongrong's explanation, and suddenly they understood. Shit. No wonder. So it was the Grand Master who held the Papal Order. No wonder he didn't take Su Chen and his group seriously. Su Chen was speechless. He began updating his diary. "This is outrageous. I just met Yu Zhigang. I told him a nightmare was coming, and I would bring them the most unforgettable fear of their lives. Yu Zhigang actually said I wasn't worthy. Just now, I was wondering if I'd recognized the wrong person." Yu Zhigang may be very arrogant, and he failed miserably the first time he led Tang San to hunt for spirit rings, but he must have heard about me. It's impossible for him, with only a level 29 spirit power, to not take us seriously. Now I finally understand. Tang Hao gave Yu Zhigang a papal order. This is Yu Zhigang's trump card. I can't help but complain today. Yu Zhigang, the one who issued the papal order was the previous pope. How dare you use the sword of the previous dynasty to command today's ministers? Don't you know that the current pope usurped the throne? The key point. You should know the feud between Spirit Hall and Haoshan sect. Tang Hao almost beat Qian Renxue to death. How dare you show off with a papal order given by Tang Hao? I have to say, you are really brave. Spirit Hall. Bibi Dong's face changed when she saw this. The papal order was indeed not issued by her, but by Qian Renxue, and it was sent to the three upper sects. Yu Zhigang had actually obtained the Pope's order from Tang Hao. Bibi Dong secretly shook her head. Yu Zhigang had miscalculated this time. After all, Su Chen wasn't even a Spirit Hall member. Even if I were the Pope, I wouldn't be able to control him. At the Crown Prince's mansion, Qian Renxue was instantly furious. Damn it! Shameless scoundrel Tang Hao. You severely injured my father and are at war with the Spirit Hall, yet you actually gave the Pope's order to Yu Zhigang. You're so shameless. Haha. Yu Zhigang. Anyone else would be fooled by you, but you don't know that the person you met is a powerful time traveler. Shrek Academy. Suddenly, Du Yan and the others understood. So that's it. Yu Zhigang possesses a Pope's order. How could this level 29 loser be so brave? Liena and Ling Yuan exchanged a strange look. No wonder. If this Pope's order came from the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus clan or the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect, they'd be hard-pressed to decide. But this one came from the Clear Sky sect, from Tang Hao's hand? It was like a flood hitting the Fire God Temple, looking for trouble. Zhu Zhuqing, Ning Rongrong, and Xiao Wu finally realized that Yu Zhigang possessed the order. No wonder he wasn't afraid of Su Chen and his group, even promising to help Tang San and his group redeem their shame. But would this order be effective against Su Chen? They couldn't say for sure. Liena and Ling Yuan Douluo were legitimate Spirit Hall members, and they might openly pay their respects. Su Chen was just a Spirit Academy security guard. How could he be considered a Spirit Hall member? Even calling the Pope wouldn't help. Tang San was overjoyed. So his teacher had this trump card. The order was like the Pope himself. It all depended on Su Chen. How could he dare to act so arrogantly today? This wasn't it. In the moment Su Chen complained in his updated diary, They assumed he had been intimidated by the Pope's order and was now completely unafraid of his arrogance. Yu Zhigang looked at Su Chen and his group coldly, his voice condescending, and said, "Did you recognize the token? I am a teacher at Shrek Academy and an honorary elder of the Spirit Hall. I demand that you apologize to my students immediately." Ma Hongjin was also delighted, and said with a proud look, "Ha, are you not so arrogant now, Su Chen? The Pope's order represents the Pope of your Spirit Hall. Since you are members of the Spirit Hall, how dare you disrespect your Pope? Apologize to us immediately." Look. The wind died down, the rain stopped. Fatty Ma Hongjin felt like he was doing well again. Daimyo Bei's expression was impassive, as he thought, this kind of situation requires a professional to suppress. Besides the Spirit Hall, I'm afraid even the Xingluo and Xiandao imperial households wouldn't be able to suppress them. Flanders, Zhao Wuji, and the others breathed a sigh of relief. While Su Chen and his companions might be arrogant, the Spirit Hall Pope was their immediate superior. Finally, they could vent their anger. However, it happened in a flash. The next moment, Su Chen hurled the Pope's order back with his internal energy, as fast as lightning. With terrifying speed, the order, like a razor blade, pierced Yu Zhiagang's left leg, piercing it completely. Swish! It was so fast. Before Yu Zhiagang could even feel the pain, blood began to pour out. Then, Yu Zhiagang roared in pain, crouching down, clutching his left leg with his hands, glaring at Su Chen with fury. "Damn it, how dare you disregard the Pope's order?" Chapter 124. Pick up your ears. For a moment, Daimyo Bei and Ma Hongjin Oscar were also shocked. They looked at Yu Zhiagang in disbelief, seeing that his left leg was covered in blood where the Pope's order had pierced it. They looked at Su Chen again, and the anger in their eyes had been replaced by fear. It was over. The master's pretense had failed. Tang San gritted his teeth in anger, his eyes wide open. "Su Chen, you dare to hurt my teacher? You have already chosen your own death." Flanders, Zhao Wuji, and others also stood up in an instant and came to Yu Zhiagang's side to check on his injuries. They were about to start a big fight. No harsh words. Su Chen had already broken Yu Zhiagang's left leg. They absolutely couldn't let it go like this. So, Liena and the others felt relieved. Seeing Yu Zhiagang so pretentious just now made them feel very unhappy. "How dare you, a level 29 waste scum. Now it's all better." It's relieved. Xiao Wu and the other two showed a bit of fear on their faces. As expected. Just as Zhu Zhuqing had analyzed earlier, before Yu Zhiagang arrived, Su Chen had been playing them purely toyed with. Today was a disaster. The destined villain, so terrifying. At this moment, Su Chen looked at Yu Zhiagang with a puzzled expression and asked, "When did I ever tell you I was from the Spirit Hall?" "Ha." Su Chen sneered and continued, "Don't say I'm not from the Spirit Hall. Even if I were, even if Bibi Dong were here, I would still break your legs. Now, please tell me loudly, am I worthy of being the destined villain? Am I worthy of bringing you the unforgettable fear of a lifetime?" "You?" Flanders' face was also filled with anger. He shouted, "You are going too far. If you don't give us a fight today, you won't leave Shrek Academy." With that, Flanders' spirit possessed him, and yellow, purple, black, and black spirit rings emerged. "Right, that's too much," Zhao Wuji and the others immediately shouted, summoning their spirits. With the exception of Zhao Wuji, they all possessed 6 spirit rings. Liena stepped forward and summoned her spirit, 8 purple, red spirit rings, instantly suffocating the group. "Who wants to confess? Come out." The shock of the 400,000-year spirit rings filled Flanders and the others, who had just been determined to seek justice for Yu Zhiagang, with fear in their eyes, and they dared not utter a word. Although they were all loyal men, who dared to step forward against Liena? Who could withstand the power of 100,000-year spirit ring? Helping Yu Zhiagang to get an explanation didn't mean they were sending him to his death. Even Flanders fell silent. He'd always felt that Liena's spirit power surpassed his own. He hadn't expected her to be not only a soul Douluo, but also possess 400,000-year spirit rings. Even the first 4 were several thousand years old. How terrifying. Flander couldn't help but grumble, "Zhiagang's theory is misleading. What about the optimal age for spirit rings? Damn you, Zhiagang. Just look at Liena's age, isn't it?" Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others were completely overwhelmed. Their hearts trembled, and they dared not even breathe. Damn it. How could this woman be so powerful? She's only a few years older than them, yet not only has the spirit power of a soul Douluo, but also possesses 400,000-year spirit rings. Impossible, absolutely impossible. We must have been too sleepy today. We're still dreaming. Haha, we must be dreaming. In the dark, Tang Hao was also stunned. How could this be possible? Liena, Bibi Dong's disciple, was not only a soul Douluo, but also possessed 400,000-year spirit rings. How on earth could this be? Could it be? In all these years of his retirement, had the spirit hall grown so powerful? No. Tang Hao was filled with hatred. If the spirit hall had become this powerful, how could he avenge Yin? A bunch of losers. Liena glanced at everyone coldly and said, I'm giving you an explanation. Do you think you deserve it? She didn't need anyone else. Liena alone could have crushed them all. Zhuqing gritted his teeth, and during the excruciating pain, staring at Liena intently, do you know what my relationship is with your Pope, Bibi Dong? Liena, Lingyun Douluo, you're actually teaming up with outsiders to bully the spirit hall's honorary elders like this? Do you know the consequences of ignoring the Pope's order? Damn it. It would have been better if Zhuqing hadn't mentioned Bibi Dong, but now, the mention of Bibi Dong sent Liena into rage, her 3 corpses leaping with rage, ready to chop him into pieces. Ling Yuan, Yi Lingling and the others' faces darkened. They had all read the diary and knew that Bibi Dong's miserable life was all thanks to Zhuqing. Now Zhuqing dared to mention Bibi Dong in front of Liena. Isn't he tired of living? Xiao Wu and the other 2 also had complicated expressions, and were speechless in their hearts. Zhuqing, you scumbag actually have the nerve to mention Bibi Dong? You probably don't know that as soon as you mention Bibi Dong, Liena wants to cut you into pieces and eat you alive. Liena took a deep breath and barely suppressed the hatred in her heart. Damn it. Zhuqing, you scumbag, you ruined my teacher's life. Today I will make sure you live a life worse than death. Liena's face was gloomy and she walked straight forward. Zhao Wuji and the others didn't dare to intervene. Instead, Flender hurriedly stepped in front of Zhuqing, his face filled with fear. What else do you want to do? Liena unleashed the second soul skill of her 5th soul ring. Flender's eyes blurred, and he was instantly restrained and stunned to the ground. Bang! Liena kicked Flender away. Under Zhuqing's horrified and angry gaze, she gritted her teeth and said, it's really not good for us to team up with Su Chen to bully you, so I'm going to do it myself, with a swish. Under everyone's astonishment, Liena pulled a dagger from her body and directly severed Zhuqing's right ear. Ah! The ear fell to the ground. Zhuqing instantly let out a scream like a pig being butchered, his heart filled with hatred. His eyes were filled with murderous rage as he stared at Liena, angrily saying, damn it, how dare you attack me? I'm the holder of the Pope's order, an honorary elder of the Spirit Hall, and Bibi Dong's former lover. As a member of the Spirit Hall, how dare you do this? Liena was furious. She gripped her dagger tightly and stabbed Zhuqing directly in the kidney. Go to hell. You scumbag. The next moment, Su Chen stepped forward and quickly shook Liena's hand, saying softly, today is a happy day. Please give me some face and don't kill him yet. Liena nodded slightly, looking at Zhuqing with hatred in her eyes. If I wasn't afraid that you would die too quickly, I would grind you to ashes right now. Su Chen glanced at the scene and said, I've said before that I am a kind-hearted person and I hate fighting and killing the most. We're here today to help those in need. Let's sit down and eat and chat together. After he finished speaking, Su Chen's eyes fell on Zhuqing, who was still holding the right side of his head with a look of pain and anger on his face, and blood was flowing. Su Chen's face darkened. Pick up your ears, pick up your ears, pick up your ears. Chapter 125, You want to help me be wither long? Su Chen's words, brimming with powerful internal energy, instantly caused Zhuqing's left ear to buzz and blood to gush out from his right. Puff! Immediately, Zhuqing spat out a mouthful of black blood. The arena was eerily quiet. Xiao Wu and the other 2 were terrified. Liena was so fierce. And Su Chen just now was so fierce too. Normally, it was just a minor fight, but today they were truly terrifying. Dai Mu Bei, Ma Hongjin, and the others all wore grim expressions, daring not to utter a word. After all, in this situation, anyone who dared to challenge either Su Chen or Liena would be instantly killed. Zhao Wuji and the other teachers swallowed their saliva and stood by helplessly. Flanders, who had been controlled by Liena's spirit ability, Now realized what was happening and rushed forward to support Yu Gang, even helping him pick up his ear from the ground. When everyone turned their attention to Su Chen and Liena, they had completely lost the courage to resist. The enemy was too powerful. Liena alone was too much for them to defeat together. Not to mention the ignorant Su Chen, the two level 75 spirit masters standing beside him, and the titled Douluo. This lineup was too strong. Tang San was now furious. Damn it! Su Chen, how dare you humiliate my teacher like this? You've already met your end. Just wait. The day has finally come. I, Tang San, will possess a 100,000-year spirit ring, become a titled Douluo, and repay all the humiliation of today double. 30 years in the east, 30 years in the west, don't bully the young and poor. Yu Gang was also filled with resentment. Damn it. It's been so long since anyone dared to bully me like this. Ever since I left the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus clan, ever since I met Bibi Dong, no one has ever dared to humiliate me like this. If Bibi Dong were here, how dare you treat me like this? You truly deserve to die. Yu Gang gnashed his teeth in hatred, secretly vowing to go to the spirit hall and find Bibi Dong, so that Su Chen and Liena could return today's humiliation, double it. Flender, the disparity in strength between us is too great, those who can't remain silent are mediocre. Su Chen ignored the crowd's reactions, found a table, and sat down, saying calmly, come on, everyone, sit down. Those who were the most arrogant just now, Ma Hongjin, Daimyo Bei, Flender, Tang San, Yu Gang, all of you come to my table, damn it. Ma Hongjin's face suddenly darkened, filled with regret. He should have been more discreet. This is outrageous. What's wrong with this master? Daimyo Bei's face was also grim, and he was impressed by Yu Gang and Tang San. They had been doing well at Shrek, so how did they provoke Su Chen? Flender's face was grim. He wasn't really being arrogant, but he was standing up for his good brother, Yu Gang. Tang San and Yu Gang gnashed their teeth in hatred, already determined to kill Su Chen. Seeing everyone standing there, refusing to sit down, Su Chen said expressionlessly, so you still won't cooperate? Do you insist on me using force? Liena and the others' gazes suddenly darkened, shocking Tang San, Yu Gang, and the others present. Ma Hongjin and Daimyo Bei quickly sat down, while Tang San and Flender followed suit, filled with hatred. Yu Gang, despite his pride and his unyielding determination, thought, but, there was no but, he gritted his teeth and said nothing. Sitting down to Su Chen's right. He couldn't die yet. He had to survive today so he could reach the spirit hall and avenge his previous humiliation with Bibi Dong. Su Chen smiled faintly and said, look, why don't we just sit down and get down to business? Why are you trying to show off to me? I'm so powerful, and I haven't even started, yet you're the first to do so, let's be honest. Do you still take a villain like me seriously? Tang San and the others listened to Su Chen's words, feeling a little confused. It seemed like that bastard Su Chen hadn't even started yet, so why did we jump out? As the protagonists, shouldn't we wait for the villain to finish showing off before we slap him in the face? We were careless. Yu Gang's face was gloomy and he remained silent, doubt and confusion building within him. Who the hell was this Su Chen? And since Liena was Bibi Dong's disciple, how dare she hurt him? Damn it. These bastards must be unaware of their past, unaware of the depth of their relationship with Bibi Dong. Okay. If I, Yu Gang, survive today, and if I go to the spirit hall and find Bibi Dong, I'll make you two bastards suffer a fate worse than death. Su Chen now fixed his gaze on Yu Gang and began, when I came here just now, I said something, your face is full of stories, of course, I know your story too. You once had a relationship with Bibi Dong, but it was ruined by Jin's Unji. You then switched your feelings and fell in love with your cousin, Liu Long. Is that true? Yu Gang was instantly shocked upon hearing this. He didn't understand. How could Su Chen know such a thing? Could it be that Flanders had told him? Flanders was also confused. He hadn't said anything. And it seemed that not many people knew about Yu Gang's past. How did Su Chen know this? Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others were stunned. He had been in a relationship with the Spirit Hall's Pope, Bibi Dong. So, the Grand Master wasn't just blindly pretending. But what puzzled them was that Yu Gang could never break through level 30. Was the Spirit Hall's Bibi Dong blind? Or was it that Bibi Dong was so ugly that no one wanted her? Zhao Wuji and several other teachers, standing in the back, were completely paralyzed. Holy crap! Grandmaster was actually getting along with Bibi Dong? Tang San, Daimyo Bei, and the others didn't know what Bibi Dong looked like, but Zhao Wuji and the others knew exactly what she looked like. Bibi Dong was not only a peerless beauty, but also a legendary prodigy. She'd become the Spirit Hall's holy maiden in her early years due to her exceptional talent. How could she possibly be interested in Yu Zhigang? Damn. If we'd known Bibi Dong was blind, we'd have gone to the Spirit Hall to find her. Su Chen continued, as for how much hypocrisy there is in your feelings, I won't dwell on the past. The main reason I came here today is that I couldn't bear to see you and Liu Erlong feel regretful for not being able to be together just because of your blood relationship. I want to help you be together legitimately. I can make you no longer fear the gazes of the world, and even make everyone on the continent sincerely advise you, so that no one can find fault with you, no longer poke at you, and sincerely bless you. Upon hearing this, Yu Zhiagang's angry eyes revealed a hint of confusion. What, you want to help me be with Erlong? Yu Zhiagang felt like he had misheard. Aren't you a villain? Are you still a human being? Flender also looked puzzled and asked, are you serious, sir? End of this chapter. Thank you so much for reading until the end. Don't forget to give it a like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription or donation encourages us to continue. Thank you all. See you in the next video.